Though I don't know how exactly. I said this part. So you think you're going to have something your way, he's going to throw something completely different and laugh at you in your face. So that's Father. That's what he does. So Elijah Werner's trial vacated. Yesterday we called and asked for the trial to be vacated. So, but not for the reasons. I don't believe these pigs. I've had time now to think about this. Makes no sense. Not at all. No sense. Pigs at the door. Copsuckers. Didn't call them any copsuckers. Okay. I called them idiot pigs and stupid pigs. Called them. Well, I did. I told them, and they wouldn't listen to me. So there's a difference between being an idiot and being stupid, as you've been told. So thank you, Father, for the strength. Thank you for allowing me to bring witness. Dicing this one up in my head still, trying to figure it out. So that's me. You know, if you follow this channel, it's always been my problem. You got to figure everything out, right? So, well, no, we'll figure it out here. Something it'll. So they said he would missed his last court date and missed this trial. What? Warrants for his arrest? You know, pigs have sovereign immunity. Copsuckers in a badge and a clown suit. Clowns, actors, bunch of actors like the judge. They didn't want to listen to me either about Dave Vandenberg. I didn't get to say, hey, Dave's not here. I should have said it anyways because he wasn't there. The courtroom lights were off. Kangaroo court. Didn't want to know Kangaroo court today, I guess. So I don't believe these copsuckers. They have what's called sovereign immunity. God's the only thing that's sovereign. That's such blasphemy. Sovereign means you're above law. Father creates all things. So slow down, Pastor Apocalypse. I don't know, guys. How could it have taken any other twist, man? I didn't get to see my son. Did they have him there? I wonder if he's in booking. Sorry, this all coming to me very quickly. I wonder if he was there. They said they vacated the trial because he didn't show up to his last one and didn't show up to this one. Well, they would be lying. And if they were lying about both of them, no, it just hit me because I'm game theory, everything. You know, it's my, did he show up and they just arrested him? Is he there? I better check the Lake County court or the Lake County. That place is disgusting, man. Put your herpes pants, your shit pants through your, your square there, through your, get your meds out the same door hole that you don't even, not even given to you by a doctor. The place is it's criminal. I wonder if he was there. Trial vacated. Dan Spencer turned not red. Almost him and Chief of Finance, Teddy Bear. Oh, Martin. He was pissed. He was turned almost as well. Dan Clown, I already told him. Spencer, pigs at the door too. They had two pigs there. Kept calling them pigs. You're a pig. You're a pig. You're a person in government. You're a clown. You're an actor. Take off your clown suit. You don't even know. The Dave's in there. He's not. Oh man, Dave's not here. Remember, could have said that. Oh, I already said that. So, but anyways, that's not possible. That's not possible. So I'm seeing in one of two things. It just hit me that, they didn't arrest him. They can't do that. Just arrest him before his trial. This place is crazy. They'll do whatever they want. Because I got him by their balls now. Dave's not a clerk. He's not a judge. He's a clerk. And I subjugated the bond, subrogation. Subrogation allows me to take back that capital letter name. So, oh, cool. Well, guess what there, Mike? Father warned about idolism and imagery, so good luck. There's no such thing as luck. It's not 2024. You're a lunatic, and I don't Jimmy crack corn. Two cheeks to the same hole, two wings to the same dragon. Same thing. I don't care. Jimmy crack corn. Can't serve two masters. Your master's dead to me. So interesting though, isn't it? What an interesting. So where's my son? Where's Elijah at? Hey Mike, can you skin a buck? Can you, if I threw you out in the woods, would you know north, south, east, and west? Would you know your ass from a hole in the ground? Can you run a trout line? When you skin that bucket and cut the piss sack, do you do anything? You set a fall trap. Do you know north? Can you? No, you're just sub-control. So go on, Mike. You can't even have no skill set. You're getting that fat thumb thing they talk about. I heard here on this web, the interweb. So from playing your Pokemon game all day. So, or your, go pull your chain or hub somewhere else. So, yeah, I know. Adios, Mr. Hunt. So, they vacated the trial. All yesterday we're telling people they were pissed. I'm starting to see through this. They'll lie to you. Cops are lying pigs. They can lie to you. They have clown suits on so they can be actors, and they act like they have some kind of authority, but they're not, or enforcing crimes of commerce under Title 18 code subsection, not Title 18 in a third article court. So that's why I subrogated the merchant number, and I do need to file for power of attorney. I needed to get out of there today. I spent about an hour calling them a pig and telling them how disgusting they were for shooting my house up, and I could have shot those two guys. And oh no, you couldn't. I said, you don't know your Fourth Amendment. You don't have any idea. You have no idea what you're talking about. You're an ignorant pig. So stop talking. Stop stepping on your foot. So no case trial today. Did not. As soon as I showed up, I was like, saw Mr. Chief of Finance. Hey, Chief of Finance. And I went there in the bathroom. I bet you they're all nervous when I came out of there. What the hell is he doing in there? Yeah, stupid pigs. All of them, they're all pigs. People in government. Anybody who works for a government's a pig. And he said, do not cast your pearls before swine. So you want to hang out with a neuter gender beast? Go ahead. Oh, wait, it's their beast is a transgender. It has three genders. It's the booby beast. Baal Baphomet. So can't serve two masters. Once again, he declared two witnesses. He hung next to two thieves. Oh, yeah. Where is... Ask and you shall receive. They vacated the trial. How could he have not shown up to the last court date and this one? They would have not had this trial. They would have already issued a warrant for his arrest. What a bunch of lying pigs. See, I got him figured out now. I came home. I thought on the way home, I was like, dude, this is... Out there, I'm like, yeah, right, whatever. And they didn't show up to his last, and now Dan Spencer, he spoke up, and he got up all... He got all... Dude, that turned to... He turned past red to, like, fire chili, like, make, like, you know, like some good enchilada sauce, or, you know, something out of a chili. He turned that color. He went past red. He got like burgundy. And so did the Chief of Finance, Ted Martin. he turned all burgundy too, and he had to leave. He couldn't be up. Okay, capital T, small R, small A, small C, small Y, capital W. Boy, he was madder than all piss. I wasn't all capital letters though. Can't prosecute me, can you? They're a chief of finance. If I'm not all capital letters, you're screwed, and you know it. So I think maybe they did vacate the trial because of me, because of the subrogation. They have to go look back at that record. I have it all recorded. That was all record. That clerk that day said, well, you made your record, and so that's record. It means it's in the record. What an idiot clerk he was. I don't think that was Dave. Dave's not here. Dave wasn't there today. I don't think I could see anybody in the courtroom. It wasn't dark. I do need to see if they arrested Elijah, though, if they did something. Because then if he showed up, didn't show up to his last one, and then showed up today, they could arrest him and say trial vacated. So I'll have to see. There would be a Lake County. I'll figure it out. We need to figure out where Elijah Werner's at. Fuck, I don't know anybody. I have had zero contact. I don't know have any way to I can't have a criminal. That's just crimes commerce, so it's not. But I still have. Oh man. I still have excused defense. I still have justification. I still have affidavit defense or affirmative defense. So I still have that. I told that to that cop sucking state trooper today. He knew a little bit about it, but he didn't, and then he didn't know nothing about the Fourth Amendment. So I called him a ignorant pig. You're just an ignorant pig. How could you and you guys come to my house and 30, so I wasn't there. I don't want to hear you. You go back and report to them. Who's the man who, headshot you? Nobody shot you in the head. I understand, but the concussion grenade thrown at my head, there was no concussion grenade. Stop it, pig. If you weren't there, stop talking. So, what an ignorant. I said, whatever. Start talking to the other pig, whatever, the one from the little shorter guy that I told him, stop talking. I'm a lot older than you. You ain't make no sense. You're just a young pig. Please, you're putting your foot in your mouth. So I'm glad that I brought Gene, because they took Gene's kid from him. I'm going to prove once this goes to appellate court that they stopped Gene that day because they came here and they looked through Gene's car. But remember, I still have the right to protect my son under this here sanctuary that he was at the ministry would protect him alone, but he still has affirmative defense and has justification or excused defense, which allows the release of civil liability or criminal liability. So I know this law. So I put it in those pigs' face today, and they didn't know anything. That guy was like, you 2-year state troopers drove on my property. You guys came out and shot me afterwards. Oh, I didn't shoot you. Yeah, I know you shot my son. Well, he came out and resisted. No, he didn't resist at all. Fucking pig. That's what he said. Elijah resisted. No, he didn't. You can hear it on the live. He didn't know what it. Idiot pig, man. So I need to locate. I can't have contact, but I need to know that they didn't do something to my son, because they are dirty as hell out here. They vacated the trial. Both trials were vacated. What do you give a shit? Why do always people care about the charges? They don't have nothing to do with nothing. Everybody always wants to know the charges. How about how you want to know what my charges are? Resisting a pig, interfering with a pig. That's what my charge is, in criminal conspiracy. Criminal. Yeah, right. All crimes are crimes of commerce charges. Do you know anything about the way this works? Title 18, the subsections. Are you just some capital letter merchant number? That's all you are, crazy. So don't ask like you care, Paul. Seriously, you're a merchant. So apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Yeah, he stood in his faith and been criminally prosecuted under crimes of commerce like his dad. So that's not his charges. His is eluding, because I told him don't stop the vehicle because I have affirmative defense. No, I'm not assuming anything. Everybody comes in here wants to know what his charges are. What do you care about his charge? What's going to have to do anything with anything? What are you, some law firm or something? Do you know anything that all crimes under this corporation are crimes of commerce? There are no judges with any jurisdictions, only one Article 3 court. So you don't know anything. I'm not assuming anything. You just are just like everybody else. When they hear something, they just want to know because they get excited about. So I'm a straight up man. I'm an Army veteran. Just like today, I have a First Amendment right. Gene's like, be civil with them. I'm like, shut up, Gene. I have a First Amendment right. And I'm going to assert it and continue because I have that right. So if you don't like it, leave. Don't act like you care because somebody's going, oh, well, and then somebody's going, nobody. We did. I think people called yesterday, brother, sister. So whatever. Jimmy cracked corn. Everybody's a prison lawyer. There's no crimes in this country, brothers and sisters. It's a corporation. It's called crimes of commerce. So all crimes are crimes of commerce. It's all a big show. There's only one Article 3 court. There's a first article and a fourth article. First is administrative, fourth administrative, third judicial. These are not. There's only one. So I know what I'm talking about. I used to be a pig and a cop sucker myself and an Army pig. I was a 95 Bravo in the military. So I do know this pig law and was a veteran, so I can speak. Yeah, well, that was different because that was the most disgusting, filthy pigs in the world are the military. Because under this covenant, I'm a teacher and a pastor. We're not supposed to go outside of our borders. Just like I explained to those cop suckers today about the Fourth Amendment, told them, I could have shot 2 of your state troopers dead. Instead of shooting you, could have, just like John Mogul, I didn't. So, yes, you could. No, you couldn't. Shut up, you ignorant pig. I have a Fourth Amendment, the right to be secure in my house, papers, persons in effect, the right to warrantless search or seizure. Anybody comes on my property like John Mogul could have been shot dead. I told that guy 18 times to turn around. Stupid idiot pigs, man. I had to tell that dude, are you out of your mind? And then you state troopers, you drove on my property. Instead of shooting you pigs, I put my hand in my thing and said, stop harassing my daughters in here. You were scaring the fuck out of her. And then you ended up bringing 25 guys trying to shoot me. You know you did. You came out to shoot me like Lavoy Finicum in their face. And it was all recorded. You're recording that, right? Yep, it's on. All right. Report back to your pigs. And you tell him, Lavoy Finnegan didn't get to work this time, called the state out. So I need to know where Elijah Werner is. Shut up, Paul. Get out of here. There's dying people in the streets of this fucking country. And this country is putting up Venezuelans. Get the fuck off this chat right now. This country is in a disgusting, filthy, 1,000 military bases in 180 countries. Get out of here. I don't sup with vipers. This country is the worst, disgusting country ever to walk this rock. We are filthy. Name any, not even Rome had 1,000 military. Shut up, Paul. For you swine, pig, you work for the government, you got a government job, 40% of this nation are pigs. People in government. You one of them there, Paul? If not, just leave. I ain't up to this. I want to know where my fucking son is at. I don't trust this state. They already brought 30 men with guns try to kill me. So either, adhere at ease or move out and draw a fire as you were. So I ain't taking no crap from nobody. If I ain't taking no crap, they say I'm glad I brought witness. I almost think they just didn't, there's nothing they can do. I subrogated this. It could be 220 million to 200 billion or $2 billion that we just locked up. I've only ever paid the feds. I've never been paid. You pay the feds. I know you pay your taxes. I know. Me too. We all have to pay a little bit. I don't pay any unnecessary taxes, Paul. I pay gas, right? So I pay tax on that. I have this phone that I'm on, but I have to pay the land tax here. But I don't pay any in this. I don't have W-2. I took that money. Subrogation. Look into it. Look into the Tampa Bay 1983 Treasury calculator of $1,380 a minute while being in confinement to times 3 for for rate of inflation today. That's over $4,800 a minute. So I believe that's why both these trials were vacated. Mine 2 days ago on the 9th on record, because he said it's on record, had everybody calling yesterday, Lake County, saying vacate trial, and went there today and the trial was vacated. And they said that my son had a warrant for his arrest because he didn't show up last time in this time. Bullshit. If he didn't show up last time, they would have already told me and they would have already vacated the trial. Bullshit. So fucking pigs are stupid pigs. I can't stand people in government. I don't like idiots. People are unlearned, unskilled, lame. Well, I can't be mad at somebody who doesn't know. I mean, if they don't know, if they're an idiot, they just don't know. An idiot is not an insult. But 99% of the people I call an idiot, they think I'm insulting them because they're idiots. It's not an insult. So translation, nothing but translation. Yes, that's what they did. Paul, they're trying to get me to come out my door with a gun in my hand, and I didn't. I've had my hands up. My daughter went peacefully. My son went without any resistance, and they still shot him. If you like to see, I'm not trying to bring in this. I'm just left to go. I thought I was going to see my son, Paul. I did. So remember, the Apostle Paul said, through much thlipsis we must go through to receive that kingdom, tribulation. So I don't know what the hell my son's going through. Lady in red, we have a big problem. They vacated the trial. Well, why do you have a problem with that, Tracy? Isn't that what we called all yesterday and told them to do? Vacate the trial. Elijah Werner, mistrial. They vacated the trial, lady. Remember, on the 9th, they vacated mine. Well, they said they vacated, and there was 2 cop-sucking pigs. There was a state pig, and they're blocking the entrance to the door. At first, when I left, there was kind of like, because I had brought a witness, of course, it could have been something else. I need to game this with you real quick. I don't know if they have Elijah, because they said he didn't show up to the last court case, which is bullshit. Think about it. I didn't figure that, and they said he didn't show up to that one, this one, so we've issued a warrant for his arrest, and we vacated the trial. Dan Spencer, remember that guy represented him? I made a big deal about that. I already called about it because he showed up, and he got up in my face like he's going to be all kind of tough or something. He kept about that COVID distance or whatever, the bullshit, stand on the X. Remember, it's going to be, 25 feet, and then it went to 15 feet, and it was like X, 6, 6, 6, right? All right, anyway, so he kept his X mark away from me. So the trial has been vacated. You're free to leave. I said, oh, well, I'm free to leave. I'm free to stay. And so I sat there and ripped his pie hole for about 3 minutes, and he had to go. Oh, he turned into a pepper. A chili pepper. He turned redder than a chili pepper. I turned burgundy. I already seen anybody get that red. I mean, he turned burgundy, past red, like past marble box red to like burgundy. He was so mad. And I said, I already called the bar about it. You've already lodged a complaint about you representing me and my son. And then I turned and walked around because I walked up there, and as soon as the first person I saw was the chief of finance. So you go up the stairs, you come. There's a second story up here. You come up the stairs, you come through, and there's a bathroom. You got to walk past, you go through this doorway to come into this hallway. There's 2 offices. There's the district criminal's office back there, or the chief of finance. I don't know, but it's been vacated. So hold on one second. I'll try to explain, because it's not. So to explain with this. So there's 2 rooms in the back. If you walk in to your left, down the hall is jail, or they take you into the rape cage down there. Right? Down that way. That's where they walk you in, and you go, because the courtroom's over there. And you got a little bit of distance. So you walk in, when you walk up a stairway, you walk up one, you go up one, come up, and you come out onto the landing. Back into your left is where you check in. So when I checked in, obviously Ted heard me, Mr. Chief of Finance, and Teddy Bear. The lady checked me in. I said, I'm here, Tracy where's the docket? I said, where is it? Because I always want them to show it to me in capital letters. And she said, well, we don't have it. It says, oh, I'm checking in. Capital T, small r, small a, small c, small y, capital W, small e, small r, small e, small r. I'm not all in capital letters. All right, thank you. All right, bye. And I walked out. And then I walked over, and I had my stuff, my thing in my hand. I got my drink in my phone and because I take my phone in the courtroom. They say, take your phone, don't take your phone. And they're bullshit. All those people are sitting there cackling on their phone. The district criminal and, well, no, not even sitting up there at the thing, but, the bailiff and all them. There's 10 of them normally. There are 5, 6, 7. They all have phones. Tell me to not take my phone. You can't put your drink up. I drink and use my phone in court. I don't tell them whether I tell me what to do. It's all Kangaroo. It's all crimes of commerce. So anyways, I walk up, and so there's one chair to your right. You got to walk through the beeper thing, and 6 feet against the wall, and there's the courtroom door. There is 3 chairs, and then there's 2 chairs sitting there, and then there's an office in front of you a little bit to the right, and then the district attorney's office back there, the courtroom to the right. So I walk in. Now they hear me check in, and I walk past him, and the very first person I see and I see them all because I see the cop suckers over there or whatever standing at the doorway. There's state cop and pig, and the other county clown pig, whatever one, that one wearing the silly clown suit with a badge. And so anyways, I go, hey, what's up, Chief of Finance? And I walked in the bathroom, and I used the bathroom, and I made sure I stirred up a lot of made a lot of noise in there. So it'd be like, what the hell is this guy doing? And then get them all nervous a little when I come out, right? I was just going through my zipper and, just bumped the little thing against the wall. I'm sure they're all, I don't think they were at the door, but I'm sure they were like after the old entrance of capital T, small r, and then, hey, Chief of Finance. So that's when I walked out, and I looked up and I see the troopers like, oh, what's up, pigs? Laid right into him. What's up, you pigs? You guys are pigs. You know that? You guys are people in government. So you're pigs. You're a state pig. I can't even, saying, so I looked over and there's Dan Spencer. I said, oh, hey, because I talked to him and I said, I called the bar about you representing, and he stood up and he said, the trial has been vacated. You're free to go. And I'm telling you, he was pissed. Because when I told him he represented me, and because there was all these witnesses, and those guys said that they were recording right out the gate, the 2 pigs guys. Like he said, well, we're recording. I'm like, oh, good. You got your pig camera on or something like that. So good. I should have brought my camera. So anyway, so I didn't. I should have recorded it, but I had Gene there. So that's okay because he got the witness. It was so cool. He got so close to that cop, got so uncomfortable. Gene kind of was playing with that guy a little bit. He got like this close to that cop, right next to his gun. That cop was like looking at, he was getting all nervous and shit. So, but then Gene's pretty, but it was all right. Gene wasn't gonna do nothing. He just, he was telling me to be civil, and I'm like, Gene, shut up. Don't tell me to be. I'm a veteran. I have a First Amendment right. These pigs need to be told what the law is, and we're gonna go through. We're gonna see if they're idiot pigs, if they know anything. You know anything about my son? You know anything about his 180 hours? How much you bet you all? I wasn't there. But then he watched through all the live stream. Oh, you didn't get headshot. I said, yeah, I know. They threw the concussion grenade and it hit me, hit the screen or bounced off and hit me in the face right next to the, nobody let off a concussion grenade. I said, dude, shut up, you idiot pig. Stop talking. You weren't even there, or whatever. So I still had a bunch of conversation with him. Gene said, I thought I was there for 20 minutes. He said, dude, you were there for an hour because they followed us downstairs and then you ripped their butt for about another half an hour before you finally walked out. Fuck you, you idiot pigs, and walked out. So it is what it is, brothers and sisters. I was beside myself. I thought I was going to get to see my son today. They said that my son did not show up to his last court date. I call bullshit on this now. Listen, when I left, I'm like, what? Obviously I got a little to vent on the pigs, and I should have got paperwork, but whatever. I went and bought those people, that went down there with me as a witness. I bought them some burritos from the taco truck and got myself a burrito and tried to calm down a little bit because I'm not understanding how the hell there's no trial because Elijah didn't show up at the trial. And now there's a warrant for his arrest. That makes no sense. But I've had zero contact with him, so I have no idea what's going on. And now I'm concerned. Did he miss his last court date? Which they would have had this. Why would they show up? There were no witnesses there, brothers and sisters. There were no witnesses. There was just those two cop-sucking state pig and the other and then there's the county, and then there's the district criminal chief of finance, Dan Spencer. That dude is a fucking idiot, dude. Sit there and get it at me and tell me I can leave. Well, if I'm free to leave, then I'm free to stay. He stayed for about 2 more minutes, and he didn't, because I laid into his ass as soon as he did, and he's like, I can't stay in here, and I got to go. I'm telling you, he turned so freaking, this is Elijah's attorney, and then I laid into Ted Martin about John Mogul not arresting him for prosecuting him 18 times. He's told immediately have a warrant to leave 18 times. We live streamed. I said, you're just a failure. And he got so, and he said, we vacated this trial. I said, does that mean that you've dropped it? No, capital T, small r, small a, small c, small y, capital W, small e. He spelt it all out, and he didn't put it in capital letters. Poor little chief of finance. I think the subrogation is working, and I think that's what be going on. So the only issue that I have with, and I think they're lying sovereign immunity pigs, God's the only thing that's sovereign, brothers and sisters. He said, don't cast your pearls before swine, please. These are people in government, pigs. Anybody who works for this government's a pig. This is a corporation, as I've been teaching you. This is not a constitutional republic. It was that's what I told that cop today, state trooper pig. This is I'm a veteran, okay? I don't know about you. You need to keep your mouth shut when I'm talking at ease and don't speak when I'm a veteran and defending the right to freedom of speech. Congress shall establish. I quoted it right to him. I'm a pastor, and he laughed at me. And that's okay, brothers and sisters, because it's not written on his hearts. So I'm not concerned about this guy who's serving this neuter gender beast that it talks about in Scripture, brothers and sisters. This God threw, the money changer tables over and whipped the living piss, and he broke his covenant of let vengeance be mine, which we should not be doing over 26. That's him, though. Father does all these things after his own counsel and his own pleasure. We were supposed to turn our cheek. I could have shot those 2 state troopers. I told him that today. That one, that's why stop talking, pig. I have a 4th Amendment right. Oh, well, order. Shut up. That's a statue. I'm not a statue. Don't you understand? You enforce commerce law. All crimes are commerce. And you don't know your ass from a hole in the ground, pig. Stop putting your foot in your mouth and stop talking. This is not an Article 3 court. I've already challenged Judge Daves Vandenberg. He's a clerk. It's all on record. I've subrogated this bond already. And they're not getting it back because he is not operating. This is not in Article 3 court. You're just an idiot. Stop talking. You're making a fool of yourself. Take all this stuff back to your pigs at your, if you're recording it and tell them this. I have what is called affirmative, and I made him explain it. Actually, he knew that part, which is pretty good. I said, tell me what affirmative defense is. Well, if you do something and break the law, then I said, no, shut. Okay, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. No, it gives me excuse, justification, or affirmative defense to be released from civil or criminal liability for in the case, well, what would that be? Self-defense. I didn't say that to him, but that is a affirmative defense. An example of affirmative defense is self-defense. I'm defending my son and myself from illegal prosecution, which allows me in a criminal case to use affirmative defense. I have saved this for my ace in the hole. You want attention? Shut up, Paul. You think I want attention? I'm standing up for the whole fucking. Get out of here. Or you say, hold on, let me read with this. You want attention? What does vacated mean? So they put it in the back. Or did you just say that to me? You want attention? Why? Or did you say that to me or talk to somebody else? Because if you just say that to me, Paul, get out of here, dude. Leave. It's ain't about attention, you idiot. History is made. You get out of here now. Leave. If you say anything else, I rebuke you. Lady in red, if he says anything, anxiety, Ryan, get this idiot out of here. You want attention. What a foolish, foolish man. Doesn't know his ass from a hole in the ground. Gonna sit here and come in here and speak blasphemies. Sounds like it's all over you. Look at this, guys. What is the whole case about? The whole case is that I'm standing in front of my son. I didn't have to do none of this, asshole. You do not know shit. You smell like it. Get the fuck out of here, man. Father's watching. I know I curse. That's fine. I'll have to pay for it, I'm sure. I'm filthy rags. But you're just an idiot. You don't know anything. Idiot means you don't know. And you don't know. You didn't look into anything. The whole case is exactly the opposite of what I'm talking about. You just know. I got charges because I'm standing for the state. I'm a veteran, idiot. Go, leave. No, you're not a dumb man. You're an idiot, and leave now. I've already asked you. You must have a hearing problem, too. You just keep staying in here spewing your blasphemies. Leave. You don't care, so leave. You just want to be entertained. So there's a place called the Hub. You can go pull your chain over there. Please leave. Thank you. No hard feelings. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. So, lady in red, Ryan, they vacated the trial and said Elijah did not show up to his last court date and this one. There was nobody there. Why would they have me come down there? I'm like, what the fuck? Well, then why would you have me come down here? Because I caught on first. I'm like, what? And I'm looking around. There's no witness. No witness. Just me? He's supposed to have how many people show up to... Under the Sixth Amendment, you have a right to fair, speedy trial, a Miranda, adequate counsel. You can't fire counsel that is appointed to you. You can remove. These people are so slow. Here we go with another one. Karen, like, what, leave, please leave, please leave, please leave. Please leave, Ab, please leave. You don't care about nothing. All you care about was the crime. There's no crime being committed here. I have affirmative defense. You don't know what you're talking about, so please leave. You don't care. I know you don't. You just want attention. There's a place called the Hub. Go pull it there. So, okay, guys, I need some help. I do. I need some help now. I need help. I got to figure out where this kid is at. I do. He's not a kid. He's a grown-ass man. I don't know if they put him in Lake County. I mean, if he wouldn't have showed up to the last, it looks like they were waiting there. They said, it looked, Gene, the guy brought me, he said it looked like they were there to arrest Elijah. That's kind of what they said. They were there to arrest him. There was no trial. They had vacated the trial because he didn't show up to the last court date and this court date. Yet they had me come down there. There were no fucking witnesses. Get out of here, man. These pigs lied to me. I thought about it. I had an hour and a half drive home. I came home. I didn't have any medication. I need some drive back. Eased my back and my put a little relief and pressure that I've been having with my eye, and I could think straight. And I'm like, now, wait a minute. If he didn't show up to the last court, they wouldn't have had this trial. They would have issued a warrant for his arrest last time. Last time and this time, I didn't get that at first. Now I'm thinking, no, sovereign immunity. They just lied to me. They just vacated the trial. I tried to find that, and they blocked me. They blocked me. I can't get in. See, like, remember I told Elijah to check to see if he had a warrant because they said I should be able to check. If anybody knows how and can help me, this is not breaking any contact order because I don't want to get him in any trouble. There is ways to find, if you can. His name is Elijah, Jwerner. Find out if he has an active warrant or in Lake or Lane, or is he in confinement in Lake or Lane County. You guys can do that. There's nothing illegal by doing that. If not, where the fuck is my son? How would he not come this far, guys? This is the last thing that I would have ever expected. When I went down there, 2 cops at the door, nobody's there. Only Dan Criminal Spencer, the chief of finance, and 2 pigs at the door. A state pig and a county. This is alarming, guys. I'm not sure why Elijah would do this. This doesn't make sense. This makes no sense. This makes no sense. I don't know. Remember, I don't have any friends. I only have you guys. I don't have anybody. I mean, I have Gene here, but I'm saying, but like friends of the family and anybody that can say, well, no, Elijah made it back and he's been like, why would he not show up, guys? Anxiety. This is probably the most corrupt county in all of the country. It's far superior, way worse than yours. When Elijah was arrested, John Cleo's an attorney in Lane County. He goes all over the state, does out of the county. He said, if your son was in any other prison, or excuse me, any other jail, county jail, I'd have him out. You tell them to sit there. They just do whatever they want there, Tracy. They do whatever the fuck they want. They got their own system out there. Billy Bob. They're just used to ramrodding people, guys. I'm telling you out here, they are so dirty. We're losing our 911 services, guys, in days. You know, so I don't know, man. I'm a little beside myself on this because it doesn't make sense. Why would they not, why would they have me come there? When was Elijah's last court date? Was it since I talked to John Mogul? He came on my property? Did they set him up with some kind of court date and pull around some back thing behind some door thing on him or something? I don't believe this. This ain't, something's not right here. Something stinks from to high heaven. I'm telling you. And what I think it is they just lied to me. And they just vacated the trial. They don't know what to do. And Elijah just didn't show up today because he did show up to his last one and he was told, and they had to vacate this a couple of days ago. And they might have called the other witnesses and called the jury off and said, like, where's the jury? Where's all the people? You see what I'm saying? What the fuck, man? That makes no sense. Where are all the people? Where are the jury? The courtroom was dark. This makes no sense. Now, I showed up about 5 minutes till because I had to get out and go back and get, Gene's phone. He left his tracking device, but that's all right. I still made it there with 5 minutes. Nothing, there was no trial, but I'm like number 5. I'm standing here beside myself. Remember the movie Short Circuit? Listen here, Hulk. It's not about things you see, man. Life's got to be about more than what you see. You got to start learning that you got to have some value other than your eyeballs. He warns about eyeballs and eyeballs. Pornea, idolatry, and imagery. Johnny 5. He's like, shut up. You're doing movies. Why can't I talk about your beard? All right, it's whatever. Jimmy Crack Corn. I put my cowboy hat on. All you guys do is talk about the damn hat or the beard. I'm more than this ugly face, Gosh. Thought maybe something came out of my mouth that would have some value. All right, anyways. Fuck cops. Fuck the police. Fuck everybody who works for the government. Apologize for my cursing. I just don't like people who work for the government. Okay, cool. I have that app too. I didn't know. I know somebody's locked up. So I get people in trouble. I got her in trouble before, so people get in trouble around me. My damn son getting targeted. I can't wait till this goes to appellate court. So this changes things. All right. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate it. I'm just a little beside myself. There's no way Elijah didn't show up. That way they would have called me before. I don't believe it. I think it's all a lie now. I think they just dropped it because they are pissed. I'm telling you, the two people that were most pissed, well, the cops did a pretty good job at they didn't get pissed at all, actually. They sat there and let me call them pigs. Ryan, I don't have any idea. He's with his stepdad in Spring Tucky. And Spring Tucky and Thurston, where's Record, where he's supposed to be. That's where his ladies in up north, closer to you. I think in between Albany. I don't think I swear, Ryan, they've had no contact with each other. My son would fuck this up, man. You know what I'm saying? He's got a big hammer hanging over his head. So there's no way he would not do this. There's no fucking way he would miss the last one, miss this one. Bullshit. No way. That stinks to high heaven. So I think he's right where he should be. And they vacated the trial, and they just lied to me. And I'm trying not to freak out, but it's when they tell you, because cops lie to you. Oh, well, he didn't show up to his last one and this one. Well, then why didn't you call me and tell me don't come down here? Because I was like, what the hell? No, right. He didn't go his last one. That don't make no sense. Why am I here then? I don't know, Ryan. I don't know. We're supposed to be there for trial today. My brain thought, well, if he missed last one, maybe they showed up and he showed up. But no, he wouldn't. He didn't miss the last one. That's where the bullshit is. That's why I got to figure it out. Nuh-uh. Man, I'm a details guy. That's the thing they should have said. Oh, well, he didn't show up, so we're going to issue a warrant. They said he didn't show up to the last one. He didn't show up to this one, so we're issuing a warrant for his arrest. Does that make sense? If he didn't show up to the last one, they wouldn't even gone forward with this trial. They would have called me up and said, hey, you don't need to show up. I mean, maybe they did. Maybe I only wanted just to jerk me off, but I don't think so. It stinks to high heaven, man. I know when something don't smell right, man. Oh, all right. So, anyways, Jimmy Crackhorn, it is what it is. Father is doing this. I knew it. Man, oh, man. This was not expected at all. And that's okay. That's how he works. I said, I'm going to go down there and he's going to do something completely different. But there's no way Elijah would run and run. He has no reason to run. If he's made it this far, he wouldn't just run in the last week. That's stupid. It doesn't. Like I said, it doesn't. I think he showed up and did what he needed to do. And they just vacated the trial because they know they're fucked. We had people calling all yesterday saying, vacate this trial, mistrial. You know, John Mogul said we're forced to take this to trial. That's a Sixth Amendment violation. They forced us to go to trial. That's a clear violation of his Miranda, adequate counsel, and Sixth Amendment, fair and speedy, and call witness in his favor. So there should have been 30 people there today. It was only me. What the fuck? That don't make no sense. I'm telling you, I got to figure it out. I'm not tripping. I think I've already, and I could be wrong, but I already figured things out pretty quickly because I pushed them through in a matter of would reconstruct it. So go backwards. So he missed that one already, and then he misses this one. I would have been said, hey, you don't need to come down. We issued a warrant for your arrest. There'll be no trial of your son. Instead today, well, he missed last time and he missed this time, so that's why I'm concerned. Did he show up and they arrested him or something? So that's why I need to check and find out what the hell, where's he at? Where is this young man at? So, I'm not going to be breaking any contact order. I need somebody to find out if he is in Springfield. I want zero contact. I don't want any. All I want to know if he's alive. You know, we have people checking to see if he's in confinement or if there's been an arrest warrant, because that's what they say. See, I'm trying to narrow this down. If there's no arrest warrant, they say they issued an arrest warrant from him, then they're lying to me. So it would be in Lake County. I was thinking it would be in Lane. No, it'd be out here. You'd have to see if there was an active warrant for him in Lake County, Oregon. Are you working out there in the field still? Hold on a second. Come through here. Watch it, buddy. Stupid idiots. Stupid cop suckers. You know what the word be nice means? What's the word be nice mean? Put it in the chat. What's the word to be nice? Are we supposed to be nice? What's it mean to be nice? I'm home with my puppies, but I don't know where my son's at. I'll make sure he's all right, not in jail. I cannot believe. To be nice means to be stupid. Needs to be stupid. Like Ross said, be an actor. So we're not supposed to be nice to people. Father doesn't want us to put on an act. Shiloh, Christ, Jesus. No. He said, do not partake in their unfruitful works of darkness, rebuke them. That means we have to show them the narrow way. You're a pig. You're a person in government. God doesn't like taxes. God doesn't like capitalism. God doesn't like. Father is the controller and keeper of the stars and all this. This is just out of control. This is not. This whole system, all governments are just mental, mind, govern, control, mind control. And people are very mind controlled. With their eyes too, idolism and imagery, and idolatry. Their agape is pornea. So, well, both trials been vacated, but there's a warrant for my son's arrest. How? What the hell, man? No knowledge. I have no knowledge. That's why I said hell. I called it last night. I was up pretty late. I said, look, you're going to go down there. You're going to think one thing, and Father's going to be like, I'm going to do this and laugh at you, Tracy. You thought you were going to do that, and look. So, doesn't surprise me. What I think this is this shows how powerful Father is, and I'm just trying to work through these details. If I can find out if Elijah has an arrest warrant, then they're not lying. If it's confinement, I'm afraid they might have taken him and arrested him for something else, which I don't understand how they can. They vacated the trial. So I need to know, is he in confinement? Is there a warrant? If there's not a warrant, he's not confinement, then they're just lying pigs. And there's no such thing as sovereignty. Sovereign? There's no sovereignty. That is non-existent. There's only one sovereign. I am. That is Father, Christ, inside of us. That Paul said that we have an inner man that cannot sin. That is original. That is pure light. Without being defiled in any single yod or jot, not even in any way. Not by translation or even defiled the smallest. Not even a letter. He is aletheia. He is pure light. Cannot be defiled. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's not. Light will not accept dark. Pure light, when separated from dark, it doesn't. He pulls us from our darkness to his light. That's the word predestination, but or pro-orizo. So we'll get it narrowed down. Narrow is the way. So we'll work off this translation. I can figure this out. I'm a reconstructionist, so it doesn't make any sense. Taking a nap there, beauty? Were you getting your beauty rest? Are you ladies? Some of you ladies need your naps. Hey, he loves you. He's just trying to give you love. The kitty's pawing at his face. He's like, stop. Leave him alone there, yatter boy. Come here, boy. Come here. Come over here. Come back up here. Just face down. Come back up here. Face this way. He'll stop here. There you go, my boy. There you go, my kid. Oh, I got my guy. I'm home with my guy. So glad that Dad made it back home, huh? I'm glad Dad's home, huh? I'm so glad that Dad's at home. Oh, him's such a good guy. Him's such a good guy. I love him all the time. Oh, I love you, Biggie. Biggest guy ever been big. Oh, that kid boy over there playing with your tail. Oh, look at him go. Oh, look at that guy. He's a big old guy. He thinks he's a little puppy on the couch. Look at him. He just thinks he's a little old puppy. He don't know he's a 130, 40-pound dog, huh? He don't know he's a big guy. I see you. I see you too. I met you guys. All right, so thank you for the definition. So there was no other trial. So they have vacated the trial in mind. You saw witness to that on the 9th. What's that? Hold on a second. We'll do a property sweep for me. Apologize, dog alerted on something there. I heard it too. It sounded like somebody knocked on the door. Okay, I asked Ted Martin, Ross, and I said, well, are you dismissing charges? He, no. So that would make sense. So they're lying to me. That's what's called sovereign immunity. I went off on that teaching because only Father is sovereign. The creator of the law and the creator of all things is sovereign. There's nothing, these are not. No. Cops have what is called sovereign immunity. People claim sovereign. Sovereign means you're above. And there's no one above. There's only one thing that exists without darkness, and that is I am. Shiloh, Christ in you, brothers, sisters. I got to go with my gut, but my gut isn't always right. They vacated the trial because of all the calls that were made yesterday saying, somebody must have called from over here and said, dude, look, there's a lot of people watching this. You have this trial. This guy is pissed. I met with the editor of the newspaper, guys, and he said you have a target on your back. I want you to be very aware. Anybody who's anybody in this town, you have pissed them off. Bad. They are not happy with what's going on right now. Wow, they're crushing the stream. So I think they just bailed on this trial. As long as somebody can find out there's no warrant for him, then they're lying to me. Or he's got to be in one of these jails then. And if not, Okay, the only other thing if you could do for me, Ryan, I don't know if you have to do a way to check to see if there's any active warrants, because they said they're going to issue a warrant for him. He might be in a restitution center. What is a restitution center, Ryan? He'll be sitting in county. The county for warrant that he'll be sitting in is Lake County. There was no verdict of anything, though. I think I see why, Ross, but hold on. Okay, there was no original trial. No original trial. This is the first trial, but there are some other qualifying conditions, as you're saying, within that. Yeah, and that's what they're trying to do. Okay, cool. Now what I need to do, now I know they didn't grab him. Now I can tell if they're lying. I can tell if they're lying if there's no warrant issued. I tried to look before I came here. I cannot. They have my whole phone locked up, guys. Remember, they're watching this phone right now. They said it. They're in law enforcement, watches all these live streams. So fuck you, you pigs. I got to do what I got to do, guys. It's me. I apologize. Please do you chew up the meat, spit out the bones. I'm not a perfect man. I have to do this. Father says to rebuke them. That's just how he tells me to do it. And I apologize for the cursing, but I don't like a system that sends money to other countries and kills people outside our borders. Why we have people dying on our streets. They're giving these to people who don't have citizenship in this country. This government is rogue. Fuck these people, and everybody works for this government. You can kiss my ass. I don't care if I am losing a little bit. Go prior to this arrest thing with my son. I've done hundreds and thousands of hours without cursing one time. I apologize, okay? All I can do. But I don't like this system, and I do believe what happened was the subrogation. There was no money in this trial. I took it. I took the money. I did. I played this now a couple times. This is all, I'm pretty sure it worked. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to. No, there's ways to look if there's a warrant. Now, I don't know if there's here because it would be in Lake County and they do whatever the hell they want here. So I wouldn't even know how they do this Billy Bob stuff here, like I said. So, okay. So I'm going to give you some information, and this is no way am I trying to have any contact with anybody, but his mom's name is Robin Miller. And I'm not worried about breaking any contact, even a third party. His name is Robin Miller. Her name is Robin Miller. I don't have any contact with anybody. Those record will show I've had zero contact with Elijah or anybody over there where he's at. That's the closest person. If anybody can get a hold of her and just find out if he's alive, that would tell me something. I don't believe this, guys. I believe what has happened is they vacated the trial because of the subrogation, and then the calling and the Tribune. All the paper here is aware of it. I have blasted these people on social media, big time. I mean, big time. In this tiny town, it is not. People don't like me at all, and I don't care. I care about the people in this town. And I'll stand. I got nearly a dozen people who've come forward now with other behavior of all these same cast of clown characters from Clerk Vandenberg to, Chief of Finance Ted Martin to Richard Greer to Josh Bezel, criminal Josh Bezel. That dude is freaking a stalker, dude. If they just ping that dude's phone, I guarantee you'll find it in places it shouldn't be for extended periods of time. Because like the Trump shooter that sat there for, what was it, 12 hours and got 45, cellular data showed that. So guarantee it, Josh Bezel is a stalker and is breaking the law consistently and doing things that Tom Rourke, Sam Birch, wait until the story comes out about Sam Birch. They could probably call this Sam Birch, the story, because he's really the kingpin. I see. Not like that, is like the on the ground officer who his name's more on that report than any other of these pig thug cops out here in Lake County. So not Lane, that's Lane County. Over here is Lake County. So, or it's Lane over there. So I don't know, guys. I'm not trying to rush to this, but I would like to know if my son has a warrant. That's crazy. That don't make no sense. Why in the hell would Elijah? See that I'm saying this doesn't make sense, because if Elijah didn't show up to his last thing, they would have issued a warrant for it. There would be no trial, and they would have told me that's bullshit. I can tell it right out. It stinks from high heaven. I know it. I know sometimes I don't. I'm not 100% certain, but hallelujah, it worked, guys. I believe it freaking worked. I believe it worked. We put enough pressure on these pigs over here. They backed down. And I'm not done, you pigs, on this. Fuck you, feds, too. All you pigs in government, all you corporate entities, you're all trash. Throw you out with the swine. Let you eat it. Bunch of pig food. So, there's no other thing at this point, guys. I don't see any other. I don't see Elijah missing the last. Where were all the people today? Bullshit. Bullshit. There should have been 15, 20 people there. I mean, they may have excused him, but no, they would have held up there till trial. Bullshit. It wasn't even 9 o'clock. Fuck that. It wasn't even 9 o'clock. Bullshit. Now I'm calling bullshit. It wasn't even 9 o'clock. Bullshit. Bullshit. It wasn't even 9 when I got there. I know it was a few minutes till, and I'm sure they had, if, I was a witness. There, no way. No way. No way. Nope. 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 Dad, see, everything's no now. Bullshit. What a bunch of lying pigs. What a bunch of lying pigs. See, pigs can lie to you. That's what's called sovereign immunity. We could be a lying pig to you, and you just have to let us lie to you so we can violate your semen if you're a man, and go to court, put you in the mate, so you can be a mate inside their semen sample cage or whatever their rape cage they have with Big Bob there, and you pay for your own stuffing. You'll get double stuffed, and you'll have cock meat sandwiches. So, and you'll pay for it on your merchant number. And that's sick, guys, but that is what is going on, and you don't think so? I don't. Well, whatever. That's what's happening. They take your bond and you pay for it. When you go to jail and that happens to you, you're paying for it. So you're paying for your own double stuff. That's sick. People don't know that's happening, but it is. It does. Just because you don't know it doesn't happening doesn't mean it is. Just because it's not happening to you, it doesn't mean that it's not. So I believe the subrogation is what has done this, brothers, sisters. The challenging Dave's not here. He wasn't there. The whole courtroom was dark. Nope. It's just what they did for me, Ross, is they did the. Have you heard the January 9th court date? When I went in there and took all that money from him back? Thanks for coming in, Teresa. So I'm unsure on how Elijah would miss a court date before. See, that's where they shouldn't have said that. I might have fell for it if they just said he didn't show up today, so we're issuing a warrant. We vacated trial. But they said he didn't show up to his last date and this date, and I'm calling bull crap. Nope. Stinks. I don't know everything, brothers, sisters, but for me, they did a J6 insurrection date where I have to go. Look how stupid, and I tried to tell this, and I don't know with the judge. I mean, he's just an idiot. He's not even a judge. I don't know who that clerk was, but when you go in and you take back this merchant number, which you guys call a social security number. It's not a social security number. It's called a merchant number, because these are all commerce numbers. These are all just accounting. Somebody who's accounting might understand me. There's no law going on, not constitutional law. No, there's not. It has to be under Title 18 and not a subsection. And most of these are subsections, which are codes, criminal code, not criminal statute. And the only way that can be judicial is in an Article 3 court. There isn't any judicial capacity in an administrative Article 1 or Article 4 territorial court. They're just administrative. They're just clerks. I'm not crazy. They just vacated both these trials. I don't believe this bullshit. So I believe it worked. Now we just need to get this 2,200 or 220 million or 2 billion back and distribute it amongst the churches, the ones that need it, the downtrodden and the people that could use it, those that are in the narrow way. So I don't care if it never even a penny gets released of it, as long as it don't go to Ukraine, hallelujah. As long as it don't go to Iran, hallelujah. As long as it don't go to Israel, hallelujah. As long as it don't go to Russia, hallelujah. I don't want any of this money to go kill people. And that's what it does. Normally, most time it goes to kill people, to the war machine, the American military industrial complex. So with 1,000+ military bases in 180 countries, I don't want to hear your shit. If we freed it up, we made history, brothers and sisters. That is a blessing. And I do believe that's what we're witnessing here. It did put the brakes on 2 trials in 3 days. That's pretty impressive, if it's what I'm thinking. Mine was halted, vacated, and then they just vacated Elijah's trial. That's what Dan stood up. This trial has been vacated. You're free to leave now. So, well, if I'm free to leave, I'm free to stay. Get out of my way. Start laying into his ass. So, remember, Dan, you represented me and my son. That's co-counsel on the same case. You can't do that. Oh, dude, he got him redder. And I think I don't think he even lasted 2 or 3 sentences after that. And he bailed. He was out of there. Then, bam, it would start ripping the chief of finance's ass until he got up and couldn't stay there any longer. He got mad. Oh, capital T, small r, small a, small c, small y, capital. I mean, he got redder than me. Capital W, small e. Small. He got so red, guys. He almost got as red as Dan Spencer turned chili pepper red. Burgundy. I've never seen anybody turn burgundy. Maroon, if you will. Dan Spencer turned maroon. It was pretty neat to see. I thought maybe he might actually pop and catch fire like a chili pepper. I was like, poof, pop into a powder or something. He was so mad. He was so mad, guys. And Gene said, oh my God, Tracy. He said, and Ted Martin was just as mad at you, dude. He said, I couldn't take 2 minutes, and they were both out of the room. You couldn't. They were so pissed. And then he sat there. I was like, oh, we weren't in there that long. It was over there like 20 minutes. He's like, dude, you were 20 minutes upstairs after you did that, ripping them, calling them cop pig suckers and doing all these teaching about the 4th Amendment. And then they followed us downstairs. And then you sit there and called them cop suckers for another hour or another half an hour and gave them all the explanation on Tony Karsten and why they're failures and how the state failed and all their bunch of pig, idiots. And you just sat there for another half. We were in there for an hour, dude. You sat there for an hour, ripped the whole place apart. He said, then you walked down the aisle and you saw the other. He said, I don't know if you know, but when you went over to the bathroom, I said, yeah, I know. He's like, well, you went over to the bathroom. I didn't see it, but you looked over the door and you're like, oh, more pigs. Well, there's a state trooper standing there and this lady talking with this other sheriff. And they're like, well, but anyways, so people in government, brothers, sisters, people in government are pigs. So Father tells us don't cast our pearls before swine. So anybody who works for a government's a pig. So don't be nice. We're not supposed to be nice. That means to be stupid. Don't be nice to pigs. So yeah, don't be stupid. Sit there and tell them that they're pig. They're the most disgusting, filthy thing on this rock next to the veterans. And they're part of the pig too. People in government. So 40% of the population works for this. Well, they're pigs, people in government. So 40%, that's sickening. This is the government machine. We got big government. That's all we are. Think about it. There are more government jobs created last year than any other job. Pigs, pig jobs, people in government. See, Bunch of pigs. I live with a bunch of pigs. It is what it is. All I can do is sit there and call it like it is. So I am going to have to figure out if there's no warrant for my son, then I just want to know he's okay. Not like that. I just want to know he's alive because I'm so uncertain because how crooked they are in this town. Like, this is a date he should have been showing up to. A trial. He's going to miss his own trial. What? And he missed a court date before? I think they would have notified me. Hey, you're not going to trial. Your son got arrested. Ha 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 ha. So, he's not going to violate his probation. He's not going to violate his probation. I smell bullshit a million miles away, so I just need to relax. I'm sure he's all right. And Father just kicked their, you know what. Father just crushed him, guys. Thank you, Shiloh. Thank you, Father, for using my voice, not guns. Called out those pigs for coming here and lobbing that concussion grenade in my face. And Gene said, you guys headshotted him. He's like, well, we didn't hit it. Yeah, well, it hit, it concussed right in his face, hit the screen. One of these people said they slowed it down. They could see it hit my face. So I didn't feel it, but I told the cop, I said, I'm a special weapons and tactics. Are you a SWAT certified? Are you any of this, And he was. I said, are you supposed to take and throw a concussion grenade, a flashbang grenade in, you're supposed to throw it in a room. We didn't use any flashbangs. And he watched the video. He said, see how ignorant these pigs are? Ignorant pigs? No, stupid pigs. They're just foul. They don't even know the enforcement of what they're doing. They sat there and told him, you're so ignorant that all crimes are crimes of Congress under this Title 18 criminal code, under a fourth or first administrative court. It's not judicial. Oh no, well, there's state. All right, whatever, pig. That's what I told him. All right, whatever, you're an idiot pig is all you are. You want to listen, you're a stupid pig now. So I don't like anybody who's idiot and don't sit there and listen, and then I teach them and then they just want to be stupid. So there's a difference. You're brutish. You act like an ass. You have an unwillingness to learn. So is Elijah Werner okay? I don't know. They vacated the trial. That's good. I don't know. There's a lot coming down the pike here soon. When Trump takes office, he's going to declare a national emergency the first day. So you ready for that? Yeah, I don't think he's in custody. They didn't say he was. So thank you, Ryan. Okay, they didn't say he was. They said, now if I don't want to take a minute because you've been rocking it outside there. I appreciate all the extra legwork you're doing for me here. Ryan, listen. They said he missed his last court date. Or his last court date. And this one. The trial. So they vacated the trial and they're issuing a warrant for his arrest. I think that's bullshit. I think they just vacated the trial and they're stupid pigs. They say whatever they want. Try to piss me off. They like being idiots, I guess. So if he would have missed last time, there would be no trial. You know what I'm saying? That's so stupid. He's facing a big hammer. So he's not going to be able to mess up one time during this. I was just following orders. Yeah, that's what they are, guys. They're yes, man. And I called that state trooper out. I said, listen, you pig, you work for the state. You got that camera on. How about I can organically ask about the 180 hours if any of those guys know anything before they came out, and I can prove 500 ways my son did, and not one of them did. And that guy smiled. I said, stop smiling. It ain't funny, you pig. Don't smile. The county pig over there. They were standing in, blocking the doorway for the court. And I guarantee none of them know anything about Elijah's 180 hours. They're just yes men. Yes, ma'am. Go get him, boys. And that's when I called him and I said, and then go tell your superiors that you didn't get the Lavoie finicking me like you wanted because you wanted me to come out with a gun and nobody resisted. And then I asked him, why the fuck did you shoot my son? Well, he resisted. No, he didn't. Remember, even in that statement, Sam Birch said he Mirandized me, and then I used my right to remain silent. I don't think there'll be any body cam showing that I remained silent. For 2 hours, I ripped their pig asses for the whole way, and Sam all the way down. I might have lowered my tone of my voice after about 45 minutes, an hour, and tried to get him to start being a hero. Trying to convince him, you can actually do something here and be a pig, could do your job, so. It doesn't make sense, guys. Elijah would not show up to that last court date and not show up to his trial. No, he wouldn't. Not a chance in hell. He come this far. No way to take it to trial and then just not show up. No. So I'm good. I know they lied to me, guys. I know they lied to me. There's no warrant for his arrest. They wanted to mess with me. I'm the only one who showed up, guys. Think about that. If Elijah had a trial today, there would be jurors all over, out there. There would be witnesses. Nobody else was there. It was two pigs, the district criminal, chief of finance, Ted Martin, and then Dan Spencer. That's it. 4 people. There was one lady, I saw her inside the courtroom, but the lights were off in there. And then Abigail, she came through, that lady, and she's all been compartmentalized. I said, I'm going to summon you to a change of venue. I'll be there. He won't take a plea, Ross. He won't take a plea. He won't take a plea. He knows we have all the evidence. He didn't stand this far. And you know what I'm saying? He won't. I know he won't. He won't take a plea. He won't take a gain for the bar. He won't. I know he knows as if I am so humbled by how strong my son has been since this. I guarantee he's probably had no contact with his wife. He won't break that contact order. He don't want to mess this up. He's facing a lot of time because of those old charges, not just whatever this charges, but all those old charges, which is 5 years on the old charges, and then the new elude and PV and absconding charge. That's probably about, and then all this priors, he's probably looking about a dozen years sitting in the, in a cage. So, because they'll give more than that, I guarantee you, they give more than that. Probably put 20 on him this time, maybe plea, or get him come back out about 10 or 12. Because he has weapons charges. And he already did all his time for all this stuff. And that wasn't even weapons charges. They just found him. He wasn't using them, And they still didn't produce any fingerprints from him with any of the weapons. None. No DNA. Nothing showed any. They never produced Elijah's evidence. So, and he took a plea right at the last moment. He took a plea. Just, I don't know why he did. But, well, then why wouldn't he do it now, Tracy? He's facing too much time, and he's innocent of these charges, guys, 100%. You've seen me. I wouldn't be doing this if Elijah was guilty at all. I wouldn't do this. Why? I told him, if you do the crime, do the time. And he did. That's why I sat down and told those cop suckers today, dude, go look into this case. This rapist running around. That dude took some notes today, too. Yeah, right. They're going to go take it and shred it like he cares. But anyways, I have to tell you, my gut tells me that because they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. So, they don't know what to do. They've never had anybody subrogate the merchant number or the bond before. I don't think it's ever been done in this county. ever. It hasn't been done very many times, brothers, sisters. It has been done before. There's case law, Tampa Bay, 1983. You use the Treasevant calculation, and it's times 3 over the rate of inflation a day. That's over 4,800 a minute. It's gone in my case. They can't have it back. That's why I said to him today, I was explaining to those state pig, whatever he was, and the other county criminal clown that was there, that I took the money from them. That's why this other trial, I wanted to know what's going on with this one. That Dave doesn't have any. You guys keep talking about statute, and I sat there and I got in the one guy says, I said, look at dude, all crimes are crimes of commerce. You're enforcing commerce law, merchant law, not criminal statute, criminal code, subsection, not Title 18, and not in a judicial capacity. Only in an Article 3 court can it be judicial. They're not an Article 3 court. They can't do anything about it. They can't get that money back. They'll never get it back from me. If it ever gets in my hands, I don't care. I just know that they'll never go ahead and take it and put it into the war machine. So I'm excited to do this over and over now and teach people how to do this. Anytime you have ever been in any confinement, you can go back under crime of commerce and claim that merchant money back by subrogation, overtaking it with a power of attorney, challenging the jurisdiction, and put him on a notice of liability, as I did 3 times. The notice of liability, subrogation 3 times. I challenged the judges. I said, Judge Vandenberg is not a judge. He is acting. He has no judicial capacity. I'm challenging his capacity. He's not an Article 3 judicial judge. He's acting in a 4th, which is administrative. So it means he's a clerk. He works for the chief of finance, which is Ted Martin. Dan Spencer works for Ted Martin. You hire $1 million attorney. He works for Ted Martin, the chief of finance. He's called the prosecuting attorney, but he doesn't have any judicial capacity either. It's all about taking your merchant number and the money that's accredited to you from the time you were born. They've been stealing this from you. And they can do it through fines and fees and statutes and ordinances and codes. And all these are crimes of commerce. Like they're trying to charge me with ORS, Oregon statute, interfering with a pig sucker or a peace officer. A cop sucker, interfering with a cop sucker. Affirmative defense, justification, excuse defense, much. What idiots. They don't think I know my Constitution. I know. So I'm going to apply my rights and a lot of my First Amendment. A lot. I speak up, and more than anything, I don't use violence. I don't need violence. I have something stronger. I have this busos of the way this corporation it's taken over what was called a constitutional republic. So it's a democracy. And because it's not a constitutional republic anymore, cool. Yeah, no, that's cool. I mean, that all checks out. He's not a bad guy, Ryan. Elijah Werner is a good guy. I hope someday you get to meet him, Ryan. He's a good dude. He really is a good dude. He's not perfect like his dad, but he's an upright guy. He has not done anything. No, he wouldn't be in the hospitals. Where he would be, the only thing I could do is figure out if they issued that warrant, then they're not lying. But I think that they're lying about the warrant. I do believe what they did is they vacated both of these trials because of what I'm telling you. Does anybody want to listen to that again? We'll listen to it again. I'll play this in the background. I might need to take a little more medication, guys. I could take my back. It's just driving back down there and back. I only slept about 2 hours last night. I didn't really sleep much. Yeah, it's all right, man. You know, we're none of us are perfect, man. The bad man they let go. Who's the bad man they let go? I don't know who they let go.
Put me on hold here, but obviously they don't want anybody else to hear.
All right, so.
You were helping people.
Here we go. I'm recording this.
Communicate for free. Please enter your access code followed by the pound or hash sign.
3 8 4 3 6.
A little chilly in here. That fire going.
You entered 33843.
This is me calling in. This is history being made in this phone call right here, guys. Probably it's not done very many times.
You are the only participant in the conference.
That one they didn't charge with the situation.
No, he wasn't. Tracy, capital T, small r, small a, small c, small y, capital W, small e, small r, small n, small e, small r, not in all capital letters.
Queso, and who else?
Queso, cheese, baby. Thank you.
Scott, Carter, Mr. Werner, who else?
I'm not all capital letters. Okay, we're going to go up to, I think it's about 7 or 8 minutes. I think it is.
I think we'd like to reset it. I understand you think you need. I'm going to give you a niece to take over the read and you can talk on the phone. Probably need to come back here Friday. You can judge it and that at trial. A couple of weeks is what he's asking for. That's fine. I'm calling after Christmas for a week. January 6th? Yeah.
J6.
10:30, January 6th. We'll go.
So let me set you up real quick. I have this is called a hearing. And I've already, because of a hearing to the attorney, Phil Studenberg, who took the county 6 months. Thank you so much for all your work today there, Ryan. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for checking. I know he's not he's not locked up, which is good. If he's got a warrant, then he's not in jail. He don't have no warrant. They lied to me. What's your gut tell you, Ryan, on what I just said? Would Elijah not show? I mean, you don't know him, but you've been here for a minute. Why would he not show up to the last? That don't make any sense. If they didn't show up to the last, then they wouldn't even be having a trial now. They would have already issued a warrant for him back then. So I think it's a bunch of hogwash. I think they just lied to me. So I appreciate, again, all the legwork. So on this telephone call, what I'm doing is recording the fact that they have already violated my fair trial, speedy trial, 6th Amendment. Yeah, he'd be here where I'm at. So bring him to Lake County. So yeah, I don't think he's in custody. So I hate Santa Claus is transgender Jesus. Monkey man, you don't know your ass from a hole in the ground. Transgender Jesus is Santa Claus. So, Satan. Jesus is Satan, born in the manger. So get out of here, idiot. You don't know anything. You're just some trash. It is. You stink to high heavens. So I wear my accidentally wear a hat. I don't wear a hat in the summer, so I don't look great. I'm beat up now. This old body's getting hammered. So, and it ain't about looks, but okay. But anyways, brothers, sisters, I have concern that they're actually I have no concern. Everything's all right. I'm not anxious. Everything's fine. I've just got that knack to need to know. I've had it since I was a child. That's why my family didn't like me, because I wasn't like them. I wanted to figure everything out. I didn't want to do what they wanted me to do. I wanted to do what I wanted to do. So that's just kind of the way I am now. So the devil's in the details, if you will. So I just want to know my son's okay. And I guess if he's not in jail, he's okay. If he's got a warrant for his arrest, he's a big man if he wanted to do that. But I know he didn't do that. That's so dumb. These cops are so foolish. God, they'll say anything too. Remember, cops will lie to you guys. They do. They have what is called sovereign immunity. They can't break the law. They can't break the law. Cool. Good stuff. I tried as hard as I could, today to, man, I thought I'm a little weirded out, guys, because I really thought I was kind of jazzed to see my son. I haven't seen him. He's the only person I have, guys. I'm serious. When I die, you guys may have other people other than you guys here on this channel. I mean, but like in my life, I've never connected with anybody. I really thought about this the other day, because I thought about, well, Trace, there had to be somebody. I mean, come on, you're in your 50s, dude. You had to have somebody in your life you've connected with before. I mean, somebody you'll think you'll be with on the other end. I don't have anybody, brother, sister. I only have my son. So I thank you guys, because I have the ones that are here that I'll get to be with, and then they're away. So it's weird, because I thought I was going to get to see him. And so I was kind of jazzed up. I was like, even if he goes to prison, I can go see him and say, son, it's going to be all right, man. We got this shit. Don't worry. They already dropped Dad's trial. Dad's been working the whole time, man. I've been trying to sell all this land, sell everything I can, trying as hard as I can. But, hang in there. We got to get it out of this county now. You've made it this far. What a rock star you are, buddy. You stood there, and they prepared a conviction for you and just stood by and let them do it. What confidence you must have, like Daniel, what faith you must have in Father and Shiloh. So that's why this makes no sense. I'm not going to let them falter. I know my son was standing strong. No way I'm going to let them tell me this. See, that's no way. No way. No way. No way. No way. No way. You were watching me. I was like, my son is a strong man. I give thanks to a man who can stand when they're preparing a conviction for him, when he should see 30 plus witnesses and talk about Don, Morgan, Tom, Frank Greer, or Richard Greer, Lily Frank, all these people over here on this side, that he would be. And then they say he didn't do the 103. So now, and there's more than that. I'm leaving several out, but over here we've got, Dan Budd, Sergeant Black, Sheriff Dumar, Crusher Brunsman, Ryan Solberg, there's no Ryan Solberg there today. That's a bunch of crap, guys. I don't believe it. I'm settled. I'm good. He's all right. He's a big man, and if he wanted to go run from and get warrants, that's his own deal. But I don't believe that for a second now. I just can't, guys. There's no way that I was, I know my son. He is like that. He loves Father and this more than this world. It's so weird, because he's got like a lady and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And he has a good connection. They read the word together, and have been together for years. And, but he doesn't seem to have any connection to her like that. I mean, he does, because he's with her, but like nothing he does is because she's there. He does what he does because he's who he is. He won't let her change who he is. You know what I'm saying? His love of this world is nothing. I don't know how he stays in this place. He's had a lot more horrible things done to him and his body than I could have ever had done in my life. I'm serious. It's like he is a strong man to get up every day. And if I don't know where is he. I see, like, where he's right now is probably the very worst place that he could be. And I don't know if he has anywhere else to go to, because he keeps such a small circle. He was just with his lady. and they didn't have. He has friends that he works with and on cars, and they do mods and builds and do all these things that they tune our cars. About 3 or 4 guys, but most time he's with his lady, doing his thing or trying to get all this double probation work done. So can't try forever, right? Just first thing you can't, just tell your kid. Father will come back and pour out a just measure on everyone, our sisters. So nothing new under the sun. We just need to be patient. Love is patient. Love is kind. We need to be patient. Father, our timing is just not anywhere in his most of the time. Like today, he proved again what I said last night. I'm gonna go down there and I'm gonna think one thing, and he's gonna laugh at me and go, "Hey, you think this could happen?" I'm gonna make something you never even thought. So this is exactly what I said that would happen. So, thank you, Father, for never disappointing. Thank you, Shiloh, for being that chance at salvation. If I can hang in there and don't lose my mind and keep my head on straight, I have a. Let me let my animals in, please, guys. It says in the discovery that the animals were a threat to law enforcement. If you look at the SWAT raid that day when I reached back in, now remember, I wouldn't have had to eat 5 tear gas canisters if I didn't have animals, but I needed to get a number for my animals. So I'll do it again. I take 5 more tear gas canisters. I'm hammered, guys. I'm going to probably eventually have some serious problems from that. I've talked to some people and they told me too much, Tracy. You are going to fall apart. You will not take care of it. And you seem to think that you have had a concussion since day one and you have never been checked out. That's why you have so much bleeding in your head and all these things. And you should know these things. And you're in the zone, dude. But you can't eat 5 tear gas canisters and then sweep that stuff up, living off the grid without water for 2.5 weeks and not have permanently scarred your lungs and your inner portion of you're going to have problems. And that's why I have some issues in the mornings and stuff. But anyways, I do it again. I take 5 more. And but they did say in the report that the dogs were a threat to law enforcement. And if I wouldn't have gone back and shut that door, they'd have come out because they didn't get to shoot me. They would have shot my dogs. So I go get my dogs in. I love my puppies, man. I'm so glad I went back for that door, man. Because if I knew when they went out, I was like, oh shit. I went out the door and I'm like, oh, damn it. I knew I was about a foot away too far. I'm like, fuck it. If they shoot me, they shoot me. Oh, well. He went for a gun. Nah, I was going to shut the door for my dogs, man. It could have been. I knew it when I leave. I thought when I came out, they were going to pop me. It already shot. They already hit, concussed me in the face and throw 5 tear gas canisters. And so why wouldn't they have? They'd shot Elijah. I asked that cop today, too. Why did you guys shoot Elijah? And he said, because he resisted. What the fuck? Elijah didn't resist. That is insane. Dude, I wanted to beat the piss out of that cop right there. I want to reach him. He's a pretty big, tall cop. He's about 6'5" or something, I guess. But I want to get around his back and choke him out, make him sleep. I don't want to punch him. I'll save these for last. These are the very last thing I used. I wait for to ever use those. Then I'll save those. They're my ace in the hole, like my affirmative. People are stupid to throw hands with people. You guys are idiots. Don't punch people. Don't ever fight anybody anymore. But if you have to defend yourself, try to. You've got lots of things that can get a little closer. And I left you go. Hey, cats! Don't dart in the door. Don't dart in the door. Don't dart in the door. Peas and carrots from last night. We'll warm those up. this. So screwed. Give me 1 second. I can get some food in my belly here. Something. Oh, man. Pretty hard here. Oh, you lost some there. There it is. Go behind another time. That one fell behind. Where did I drop back there? Really? There's a grip goes back there. There. I did everyone but the one I want. I think there's another time I'll find another one. Nope. Why? Why? Time to find out. Seriously? Yeah. Thought I did. I thought I did. Maybe not. Gosh. All right. Well, in a minute. All right. Yeah, my puppies are. And my kitty. You got good puppies and good kittens, huh? We might get the boy just laying there by the fire. Enjoying the fire there, kitten boy? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna get us some more wood for you in the night there, but been burning a lot of wood here at the ranch, but oh well. I love my big guy. You were a good guy today. You guys were good boys. Like Dari and Lee outside. I know. I like you guys to be inside with the dad. My guys. My guys. My best guys I ever did have. Oh, my best guys. Well, this is a biggie. The ATF hasn't raided my cabin yet. What would the ATF come here for? You're an idiot. Shut up. Fuck the ATF. Alphabet Soup Agency. I don't like pigs. ATF works for the government. They're pigs. People in government. I don't like pigs. Do you work for the pigs? Are you a pig? You work for the government? You one of those? One of them pigs? Sweet! A bunch of pigs. I'm gonna get some more of my coffee here. I didn't bring my coffee. Wait, me, because I didn't want to pee in court the whole time. Oh. Pineapple juice. Oh, nice and cold. Nice and cold. All right. Well, my gut tells me everything's okay. I don't think my son missed court date. I think I just got lied to by some pigs. Proves me I'm glad. Everything I just did. They're pigs. They're pigs. Pigs, 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 pigs. Lying pigs. drop it like it's hot. All right, heat me up some coffee here. Said I didn't bring my coffee to court because I didn't want to have to be peeing during the court, but they vacated the trial. 2 trials vacated in 3 days. Thank you, Father. So let's go to this phone call about watching history being made. This is something I don't believe that's been done many times, but this will going to hopefully be the norm to dissolve the corporation called America and give it back to what is called the Constitutional Republic. This is not a Constitutional Republic. I asked that stupid state pig today, and he didn't know it was a corporation. He didn't know it was a democracy, and it wasn't a Constitutional Republic anymore. That's how stupid that these pigs are, guys. And these people are supposed to be setting, the law. So here we are. Let's continue on. This is the hearing where this should have never taken place because I already removed the attorney of record, but they didn't do it. So they went ahead and granted this Bill Studenberg, who's done nothing for me legally under my Miranda rights for adequate counsel. He hasn't even provided me counsel. So I call him out in public. This should have never taken place, but it's okay because it gave me the ability to put what you are seeing on record to take potentially $220 million to $2 billion back from the corporation called America. It's froze up. And my proof is that they just vacated 2 trials in 3 days. They had mine set for trial and my son set for trial. Now neither of us are going to trial. So it's potentially already working. Okay, so this takes, and the money back that they extort from you when you get thrown in a jail cell, they get paid. Do you have you in there? It's called your merchant number. It's, it is your Social Security. It's a credit card, Social Security card. It's credit from birth. And they took this over because you allowed them to do it. Yes, you did. If you were not a child, you would come to this understanding and you would take this back. So I think there will be a maturity here in America, hopefully soon, and the Constitutional Republic will be brought back by the dissolving of the corporation. And this is one way to do it. So this is what I think happened today, and they're trying to throw some kind of pig lie on me because they're pigs and they're clowns and they wear badges, but they're still like bozo. That's all they are. They're pigs. They're clowns in a clown suit. Actors. So actors in the corporation arresting people for illegally for crimes of commerce under statutes. Statutes are not law. They have to be in a jurisdiction under the criminal title, not a code. Title 18. The subsections are not lawful. And that's what they're doing. They're not constitutional. So I know my rights. I assert them. I'll continue to try to learn more and more and more. I never stop studying my rights either. It's something that some of us do. Stand up for your rights. We stand up for the ones who don't. We are the voice for those who don't. So, wow, I made this coffee too darn hot. All right, that's okay. It'll be hot for when they're having her. Can I sit there? That's my spot, Big. Can I please sit there? You're my spot, Biggie. Hey, you're my spot. Just scoot over here. Over here. Yeah, go over there. No, back over here. Thank you. All right. All right. I hope Seabass is not still in here. You're an idiot, Seabass. I just want to tell you that. Okay, so let's play this historical event that happened in Lake County. I'm telling you, I don't believe what those cops saw, what they told me today. That cop was so pissed, or that Dan Spencer was so freaking pissed. I think he thought he was going to be able to ramrod my son. Thought he can get over like he does on everybody to get everybody to take a plea bar. Oh, dude, no way. That didn't charge today? Down there. Let's see if I brought my other lighter. Uh-oh. Gotta go see if we can. I had to get this light. Have to recharge. There we go. All right, so I believe that this right of subrogation, the exercising of it has, at least for now, because I don't believe that Elijah missed 2 court dates, his trial and a prior court date. They wouldn't even had court today. That doesn't make any sense. So I think that pig, I'm so glad I called him a pig for a whole hour because I believe they were lying to me and they didn't know what to do. So that explains why Dan Spencer was absolutely turned burgundy or maroon. He was beyond red. I've never seen anybody get that red before. And he only made it probably just a couple minutes after. I don't know. I think he made a couple sentences or whatever. And he had his, I got to leave. He had to leave. He was so pissed. So let's go in. This is the hearing where they remove counsel who requested to file with the attorney, with the judge. And this Phil Studenberg is so incompetent that he doesn't even know the right verbiage or the vernacular or the right wording to say. And he's an attorney. I'm glad I removed him, and I didn't remove him. He had a hearing, so they have violated my Miranda rights right there. Speedy trial. He should have already quit. That way I could have hired another attorney. You can't do that. So this is the illegal hearing, but it's still a hearing on because it went on record. And if that's the way they wanted to do it, they were stupid enough like Dan Mogul to sit there and say, you know, or John Mogul, I told him to shut up, and he's, we're forced to take it. They're forcing us to take it to trial, which is a clear Miranda violation and a Sixth Amendment right to adequate Miranda and fair trial. So I believe that's what's happened. I don't believe what I was told. I think I was just lied to, and because they don't know what to do. So Pants, the trial was vacated, just like mine. So no trial for Elijah Werner. They said he had missed his last court date, missed this one. They issued a warrant for his arrest, and I'm calling horse shit. So there was nobody there. They would have had everybody there. There would have been more witnesses. There would have been at least 10 people standing out in that thing. 5, 4. There was no Ryan. So there was nobody. It couldn't have just been me as his witness. So, see? Thank you. Even Pants is like, WTF? Are you what? Why would he come this far and miss his last court date and then miss this one? I don't believe it. Not for a second, guys. So I think what happened is we got him by the cojones and they don't know what to do. So let's continue and we'll document this one more time so you guys can witness a very historical phone call. I do believe it did allow, at least for now, the calling off of these dogs, and maybe they can figure out if they want to go ahead and remove charges. So I don't know. I'm going to continue to, if anybody, I don't know. I've never had any contact with my son for 6 months, so I don't know. I just wish I knew he's okay, but I know they have an issue. He's not in jail. I was able to establish that because of that. Well, maybe they were there to arrest him, and I actually think they might have been there to arrest me today, try to do something stupid, because there was 2 cops sucking pigs. That state pig that was there lied to me, and the other cop pig clown with his silly fake badge and his commerce law that he's enforcing. He's such an idiot. He doesn't even know enforcing crimes of commerce. I asked both of them, told them they're idiot pigs to their face for about, I thought I was only there for about a half an hour, but Gene said that I was in there for an hour, calling them a pig and ripping their butt for, I don't know. He said it was near an hour, over 50 minutes or something, almost to an hour, close to an hour. He said, no, it wasn't 20 minutes. You were 20 minutes upstairs ripping their butt. Then they followed you downstairs. And then you turn around and started ripping their butt for another half an hour, calling them pigs and telling them they were dirty and all the, whatever, swine and all these. You just kept calling them all kinds of pigs. So they are, people in government are pigs. So, and they lied to me. So fuck those stupid pigs. If I was Old Testament, I'd do something different, but I'm a meek man, so I can just sit there and use my mouth. So he said, rebuke them. And that's all I was doing. I was rebuking their idiocracy, their corporatocracy, merchant law, that they don't even know what they're doing. They're not even operating they are not law enforcement officers. They're not operating. They're all crimes of commerce. Crimes of commerce. The judges, there's only 1/3 article court. There's only one court. Every other court in America is a fraud. Those aren't judges. That's just like that guy up there. He's like, hi, I'm Walmart. You gotta buy from me. I'm Walmart. See, you think you gotta buy from Walmart. They tell you do, but you don't have to. That's all it is a corporation. Walmart. That man up there is representing Walmart, if you will. Walmart is a government subsidized corporation, and America is a government subsidized corporation. So Walmart is the government and America is Walmart. And that's what they're doing to you. Hey, no, not behind me. Go on, buddy. I don't want you to get behind me. There we go. Thank you. Good. He's a big old dog. So Meek Mike Miller. No, not Meek Mike Miller. Mike Miller is an idiot. And I've done more research about Mr. Informant Pig Mike Miller for the pig. So Mike Miller will get his because he knows that thousands of dollars were owed to. He stole thousands of dollars from me, didn't Mr. Miller? And that's all documented. So you better, before you open up your stupid fucking mouth, you better know what the hell you're talking about. 5 years I knew that man, didn't I? Yeah, so shut your fucking mouth. You ain't doing shit in here. Kiss my ass, bitch. Feds. Fuck you, pigs. People in government. So you don't know your ass from a hole in the ground. Go back. The whole discovery's been given. So go ahead and say something else stupid. I'll fire you back with some more of your nonsense. Who's my favorite Bond actor? That's a dumb thing to say. I don't like movies. At least this fake Ross over here is at least saying something stupid. You're just television. So, all right, Ross, kiss my ass. You don't know who Mike Miller is. You don't know anything. So I've been doing my homework on him because I've never even gave a rat's ass about him. But recently I've discovered some more information about the informant pig. Just a rat is all he is. And I had no idea. I knew the guy for 5 years. I'd bought cars from him, took cars out of his name, put him in we'd done a lot of business through the years. So you're an idiot. You don't know anything. You don't know your ass from a hole in the ground. So you can sit there and try to dox me. But if you'll actually look at the discovery, you won't just go off what you see in the paper. You're an idiot. So fuck you. You're not the first one to come in here and mention Mike Miller. So meek my ass. Father knows. Father knows exactly. So we'll see. A just measure will be poured out on everybody. Just like you, idiot. Coming here talking shit. You don't even know your ass on a hole in the ground. You know, you see something that you see on paper, but how come when I was arrested, my hands had no marks? I never struck Mike Miller once, you fucking moron. Go fuck yourself, asshole. Looking into one little thing and you just cherry picking. You don't know nothing. Did you look through all the discovery? No, you didn't. So leave. What you see in the paper is, imagery and idolism. I know who it is. That's why I'm not running for anything, you idiot. Go fuck yourself. He'll get his. That man owed me thousands of dollars. It's all on paper. Did I ever get my thousands of dollars that he stole from me? No, I didn't. Just like Angela, who stole $25,000 from me out here. Just like the lady who stole, $6,000 from me or $7,000, went to buy a car. I actually went and got back, went to the trial, did all the thing and hired an investigator to find out where she's at, all the way up to the judgment. And guess what? I said, we'll let Father deal with that. Just like Mike Miller. So these hands have never, ever struck Mike Miller. You're an idiot. Go fuck yourself, dude. People like you are just the scum of this earth. You don't do anything. You just sit here and pick up one little tidbit, but you don't look at anything. So there you go. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Go ahead and leave. Say anything else, I'll just moderate you. So anyways, Meek is not too shooting. Just like I said to those state troopers, I could have shot you two buddies that came on my property. On my property. I have it all. Instead of shooting in, and I don't miss, I shoot in the chest, in the head. I don't double tap you every time. I'm military trained. I can't help it. Center mass. Ba-bam! There goes your nose, and there goes, a hole in your chest. I can't help it. It's just the way I shoot. I'm expert marksman, and I didn't do anything of this sort. So those could have been two dead men on my property. They later came and shot me. Shot for a tear, fucked my house up, my animals up, caused physical damage to me. So I do believe it would have been completely justified. I wasn't wrong, and instead, I wasn't even armed. So what an idiot, Oh, how about John Mogul? You want to see the video, see a meek man? 18 times that man was told to leave my property. Did I shoot him? No. Shut up, dude. Get out of here, Ross. If you're still in here listening, why are you still here? Not my brother Ross, but the fake Ross. So you Ross, like the clothing store or something like that? You're a corporation, aren't you? So anyways, fuck the police, fuck the government, fuck the ATF, all these people who think they have any kind of authority. They're just a corporation. And the corporation is like Walmart, and that's all those judges are sitting on the benches. Unless they're acting in a third art of court, they have no judicial capacity. You're just an idiot, and you don't know what you're talking about. Man, you got a big butt, Tuggy. Or 135, 40-pound dog, huh? Sorry. All right. Well, hey. Thanks for coming in, brothers and sisters. The law enforcement monitors this channel, so you know. That's probably what that pig in here, Ross, just some other pig acting, coming in here, and we even have people coming in here saying, we're the Lake County Sheriff, and we're turn yourself in. We're going to get a medical a warrant because you're crazy, and we're going to come swat your house again. dox me. Can't wait till Father comes back and all these lawsuits, and well, we'll see. Father's report of the judgments. You're the one who's going to have to pay the fine. So, because we'll go under the, you'll rip him, you'll rip my love down from the tree, and then under the wages of sin, under the Old Testament, just one, you'll put him under the old. You'll have to go through the aleph instead of the lamb, the wedding feast, and where the wages of sin is death, and you'll definitely have to deal with your judgments then. I'm not going to condemn you. I'll just give you righteous judgment. Good luck. He said, if you better have a millstone tied around your neck to hurt, a millstone. You know how big a millstone used to grind grain with? Take a big donkey, turn around, spin that, and a millstone tied around your neck to be cast into the sea. Then hurt one hair on my children's head. So good luck, you idiots. Come against a man of God and you don't know anything. You don't even know what you're talking about. You have no historical record on anything. You're just cherry picking, huh? That's called idolatry. Making up your own shem, your own version, and God hates that. So good luck. Because there's no such thing as luck. There's no such thing as free will. God made you do it, and you're a vessel wrath fitted for destruction from the foundation of the world. So I'm not worried about. Yeah. It says you'll be hated. You'll be persecuted for my name's sake. So not here to be nice. Fuck Mike Miller. What a punk bitch, and never did anything and never even had a thought about him. So man that screwed me over for a lot of money is a single parent, single fucking dad raising my kid on my own, steals thousands of dollars from me and gets away with it. So that's okay. Father pours out a just measure on all of us. So we'll see what happens to, we'll all get to see that. See, that's what, remember there, Ross, whatever your name is, dog shit, or whatever your name was. When we're all standing there in front of everybody, you'll see. I never struck Mike Miller. Fuck you, you idiot. Never touched him in any way to strike him in any way, shape, or form. As a matter of fact, he tried to beat me with a bat, you idiot. Did you read that in the report? No. Fucking people are so lame. So careful about cherry picking. Do the same thing with the word. Don't cherry pick the word, brothers, sisters. That's the first people he deals with, the people who cherry pick his word. It's called idolatry. If you go out and teach people and think you know what you're talking about, you better define what you're talking about, because those are the first people he deals with when he comes back. A teacher or somebody who's going out and spreading this, teaching somebody, you think you're going to tell somebody something you're teaching, right? People know this about the word. They know that about Jesus. They know this about scripture. They don't know their ass from 99% of teachers, pastors, deacons, and reverends are saved in all churches. I rebuke them all. And all these religions are vanity. So it's okay. I'm not trying to turn goats into sheep, brothers, sisters. Not possible. Can't fool the elect. He said it is not possible. So when people want to come against somebody, a righteous man, and sit there and cherry pick and say whatever, and I mean, I'm not perfect. I cuss, but I do righteous things. So upright, try to be charitable as many times as I can. My whole life is charity. Try to do a bigger cause than my own. So it's not for about me. It's like that idiot that came in earlier. What was that? Paul. Was it Saul or Paul? Saul became Paul. So anyways, all right, I'm going to take some meds here. Hold on, I got to take up on it. My back is... already demonetized, so Jimmy Crack Horn. So where's Elijah at? Hopefully he's at home, safe. Vacated the trial, and he's like, what the fuck just happened? That's what I hope. That's what I hope. I'm pretty sure that's where we're at here. So, okay. You guys ready to witness history? This is January, or no, wait, it's December. December, it's not January yet. It's December 9th, 12/9, where Phil Studenberg is requested back in November to file to withdraw as the attorney on record to be removed. He's such an idiot in an open court. He says that he has to be fired, and you can't fire an attorney that is a public pretender or a counsel that is appointed. You can't fire appointed counsel. Idiot is such an idiot. He's an attorney. This man is supposedly educated, has a bar, to the bar, and has a degree. Are you serious? Like Paul Begley. Are you serious? Yeah, we hit up Paul Begley there. But anyways, like I said, this is just this guy is so foolish to sit there and say to the clerk, judge. You call him a judge, he's a clerk, but he's just a man in a black robe acting like a judge. He's not a judge. He has no judicial capacity. So how is it again? This has been, how long have I requested that he be removed as my attorney? Before this hearing took place, he slowed my right to fair and speedy trial. Therefore, that is a constitutional Sixth Amendment violation and a Miranda violation of adequate counsel. So you're going to get to see this proceeding where instead of removing himself, not firing, I can't fire an attorney I didn't pay for. You can fire an attorney you paid for. I have been able to secure the money to afford an attorney. I called an attorney, the second largest one here in this portion of the state, and they said they don't have the bandwidth to take it. It's too big. It's too big. It's going to have to go to a federal court. I've already requested a change of venue. When I had counsel, Phil Studenberg, I have recorded and made discovery and evidence so that it can be brought into the federal court after it goes to appellate. Well, it's not going to go to appellate court, is it? Because as of right now, there's no trial. So let's look at this hearing. And this is a hearing where Phil Studenberg, the counsel, which is a Miranda violation of adequate and then speedy trial, took after swatting my house in Lake County, Oregon, with 25 guys, permanent damage to my face, my head, my lungs. It takes him 6 months to provide me counsel. That is a clear Miranda violation to adequate and a clear Sixth Amendment speedy trial violation. So when I request, then say no request, now I'm demanding, file motion to remove yourself as a counsel on record immediately. And they fail to do that. They're violating my Miranda rights, my right to adequate and my Sixth Amendment constitutional right to at fair and speedy trial. There's also under that Sixth Amendment, you have the right to call witness in your favor. Why was there no witnesses there today? Why was I the only one to show up? Those cops lied to me. I don't feel bad for calling them cop suckers and calling them out and telling them they didn't know their ass from the hole in the ground for I guess an hour I went on a tirade at them. But I know that the chief of finance, Ted Martin, he turned almost as burgundy. And he said, no, capital T, small r, small a, small. I mean, he was yelling it. I mean, he, not lightly, he was yelling, and he turned red, and then he got redder, and then he got like almost burgundy, like he got like a maroon colored. And that almost, but a lighter. Dan Spencer turned straight maroon. And after I said he said, I gotta go. So then I proceeded to rip the state trooper's ass I had witness with me. So Gene came with me. So I had somebody, this is the guy they took his kid, guys. And I have proof that they violated Gene's rights. He came here. He dropped me off some ice. They pulled him over, did not give him what is called reasonable articulate suspicion. They have to show RAS or PC, probable cause to stop your vehicle. You have a Miranda right to not be a accostation, and they're going to stop you. And unless you've committed a crime, you can't accost. That's a violation of your Fourth Amendment, brothers, sisters. You have the right to be secure in your houses, papers, persons, and effects. You have the right to warrantless search or seizure. So nobody can accost your body under your Miranda rights, take you into custody unless you've committed a crime. Gene committed no crime. He came here, but he didn't pick anybody up. There was nobody. They had no right. Now, if they had what they thought probable cause, they should have said something, explained their RAS. The reason I pulled you over, you just went over to Apocalypse house over there, and he's holding his kid because he has a affidavit or affirmative defense to defend him if he's going to be illegally prosecuted. So, and it's a sanctuary, so we can't go in there. And so, is he with you? They wouldn't have said all that, brother. Says, "Oh, he went there. Or is he here?" Okay. And they looked through his car, which is plain view. You have no right to expectation of privacy in public. Know your rights. Nobody can tell you in public you can't film them. They're an idiot. You have zero expectation of privacy. You can be filmed, including cop suckers, who every time should be going like this. That's how we prevent these cop suckers from breaking the law. If every time everybody stopped and they weren't afraid of him and applied that, that's like a man that goes into a bank with a gun trying to rob the bank, and then all the bank tellers, the loan officer, the bank manager, the credit officer, they all have guns. How successful are you going to be at robbing that bank? An armed public is a polite public, brothers and sisters, and armed with your First Amendment. Congress shall establish no law prohibiting the exercise of free speech. Fuck you, cop sucker. Freedom of the press. You have a right as a citizen. I'm not a citizen in this country, so you know, but it's called you have the right as naturally. It's part of your, you don't even need to have citizenship under the Constitution rights in this country. You just don't know your rights. Most people don't know their rights or will not assert their rights. So in this case, under your First Amendment, Congress shall establish no law prohibiting the exercise of free speech. You're a dirty pig and your mother is a blowfish. Okay, anyways, my bad. So, but hey, whatever, I can say whatever I want. I'm not breaking the law. I have a constitutional right to do that. You can't yell fire in a theater. You can't incite violence. The two stupidest words I think ever heard put next to each other is the word hate speech. Come on, man, grow up. But anyways, okay, stick these things in their face and film them, just like a man who walks armed into a bank to try to rob it, and everybody in the bank has a gun. He's not going to be able to rob the bank. So if we stuck cameras in their faces, you guys stop being such sissies. They wouldn't be so concerned about officer safety, and they'd be like a fucking firefighter that runs into a building and doesn't give a fuck about their own safety. They're pigs. They're tyrants. All they're worried about is officer safety. That's the two stupidest fucking words I think I've ever heard too. Officer safety. If you're that worried about your safety, go find another line of work, you stupid pig. All pigs. People work for government. Quit your jobs. That's 40% of you people in the U.S. You're pigs. People in government. You suck bad. Father said, do not cast your pearls before swine. You suck all this air with your stench. You reek of swine. You're filthy pigs. Anybody who is working for this government is a pig, brothers, sisters. Let me make that clear. This government, American corporation, is not the constitutional republic that it was founded under these Bill of Rights, Declaration of Independence from this commerce. They were not commerce, but that's what there's only one judicial under Title 18 statutes and not these subtitles, which are criminal statutes under the original statutes, but these subtitles are not law and they enforce these, but people don't know. And just like they think that judge that's sitting in there is Walmart. That's all that judge is Walmart. He's a corporation telling you he's some kind of, you ain't seen the movie Wizard of Oz. You think that guy in that robe has any authority? He does not. He's not acting in an Article 3 court. There's only three. There's first, it's administrative. Fourth, that's territorial. Both those are administrative. And there's only one Article Court 3 in the U.S. So all these other ones are faking. You just think, no, I'm Walmart. Buy my shit. That's what they're trying to tell you. And you're like, oh, okay, I got to buy your stuff. No, you don't. You don't have to buy their stuff. So check this out, Bishop. They vacated the trial. I think something might be working. But what they said to me is that they vacated the trial because Elijah didn't show up to his last appointment and didn't show up to this one. Now, I showed up about 5 minutes till because I had to go back and get my, my witness's phone, but I still made it there in time. And that's not make no sense. It's a lie. They're pig suckers. They got sovereign immunity. They're bullshit. There's no way in hell. He stood up. I've been saying there's no way. Listen, there's no way. Now I've had anxiety, and I've had look through all the prison or whatever, and he'd be here, but I don't know how to look for warrant. They said that they issued a warrant. Now that don't make no sense. Hear me out. Hey, brothers, sisters. This is Bishop. This is the gentleman that I said that I've been working with, who is working with many other people, many other organizations, a lot of things for animals, guys. This guy's an animal freak. Some of us just saw him. Remember, 4 Cushing's grenades and went back to the door. Could have got shot. So he does a lot of good things in that portion. He has a lot of presence. These cop suckers in government knows who this guy is. He legislates constantly through different filings, motions on your behalf too for this country. His church is Church of the Only Begotten Son. You hear me mention it multiple times that when this, money that we locked up under this subrogation, if it doesn't ever go out, to war, that's awesome. If it doesn't come in, that's awesome. So we don't need, but if it does, it will be divided. And that's one of the houses that I told you that'd be called out. Grace and Truth, High Desert Faith and Truth, Church is the Only Begotten Son, Real Vita TV. Please look into this organization. They go into prisons and they have the yellow and black and yellow background. So I've been working with media, the Tribune here, the local editor, writer. This is all coming together. So I don't think what I heard today was the truth, because it doesn't make any sense. If nobody was there, only person that was there was okay, cool. You guys, I don't know. I may today. We'll see. You got to understand, Bishop is very busy. He's constantly, again, like I said, legislating and he's like a legal counsel, guys, doing a lot of more, like I said, a little bit more of this modern law that you're not aware of. That's taking back our old law. You just think I'm saying it's modern, but it's not. It all is rooted in the original Constitution. Okay. And it's rooted through Scripture. It has to equate. Like Father says, you pour out a just measure, Babylon will see twice the judgments. There are equators. I told you about this 1983 Tampa, ruling that is legislation. And I've been explaining to you on how this is done. This is the way we're going to dissolve the corporation. The Father showed me this now. So I see this so clearly. This is how we dissolve this corporation and take our constitutional republic back. We dissolve the funds that are from within it. We take it back. Those with less will have more. Those with more will have less. So that's why it's working. I told you it only works, Carl. We have to give it by all the massive amount of team's time that he poured into finding the actual 1611 is what made the exact equation work. There we go. The Trezevant Tampa Bay calculation of 1983 at $1,830 times 3. That's over $4,800 a minute now. So we can get this back, brothers, sisters, but you have to do it. I play this, again, Brother Bishop's going to come in here, but he's been so busy. I hear him because in the background, he has to take calls constantly, providing legal counsel people, getting them out of this Corporation B system. So I've offered to come on and we tried the other day. It didn't happen, but we might have him on for the end of the day. I'll probably get off here in a minute or two and might give him a call or whatever. We might come back on. I'll see if he wants to or something, but maybe need to discuss a little bit with this. He's a very influential man in this movement of this dissolving of this corporation, brothers, sisters. Okay, yeah, 1,800, but 1,000. Okay, there we go, 1,000. So I was a little off. Okay, My bad. But either way, I gave so. But it has to be exact, brothers and sisters. That's what Carl Washington found out. 1611 scripture was the calculation that made this work, brothers and sisters. I mean, went tirelessly going through all this scripture. Imagine all these people have been years behind the scenes, things happening you haven't even know. So Father brought, Brother Bishop in here for a reason. This is a movement that they cannot stop now. It's tilted too far. We know how to suspend this. Yeah, he's just a brother. He's not above. He's very active in this. Time is very important, brothers, sisters. Please listen to me right now. I'm not trying to incite any kind of fear, but listen, if you know how this book is written, then you know if we are in this book of Revelation, the celestial firmament already showed you. The time marker and the king have already conjuncted back in 2020. That was this reset from, at the time of Christ, before Christ, fire, 2-3 BC, the birth of the king through the water had to be birthed through flesh so he could fulfill the covenant of flesh through the water, with the amniotic fluid. We're all born of water, correct? Through this age from fire to water. Okay. I am to Shiloh or Christ Jesus in this age where the heirs are crowned and given their kingdom is in the age of Aquarius. It's the age of the heir. Heir is he was the testor. Whether you understand this, a contract. This is why all these things are very important. This is a contract. We are not under law anymore. Not laws of flesh, like what Brother Bishop and Carl and there's many others here, I believe, again, that are just put in tirelessly work to make this work, but it's all has to go by scripture. That's what makes it work. If it's not true, and I mean, you can't change, as the very last word he says in that last book of Revelation, do not add or take away from this book. You will receive of all the written plagues, or I will blot your name out. So it has to work. There's not some kind of fakery. It seems unreal. I was in here before he came here. You got to buy from me. I'm Walmart. That's all that clerk is. He's Walmart telling he's a corporation and you got to buy from me. You don't have to buy from that guy. You think you do, but you don't have to. That's just the Wizard of Oz guy on the big screen. That's your straw or your merchant number. It's a credit by birth contract, and you're too childish to know about anything about it or try to do anything. And they know that people aren't. Look how long they've got away with this. Since back, 17, 18, this has been going on for a long time. This goes back to the Queen. This is older. This is merchant. I told you, it was written on a piece of paper. There was an honor system, brothers, sisters. If you broke this honor system, it was a trust. Okay. All these things you think this is trust, currency, credit. Like Carl Washington was credited. He served 1 day and he was credited. I gave you the story. A man got in his wife and they weren't working out. He ends up getting beat up by the law. You know what I mean? Over people split up, guys, and they ends up getting the law on him over this crap. So he took his, got thrown in jail multiple times. You should hear his story. I mean, he's an incredible, part of this movement. He has to be a man of God. We all have our serve our purpose here. That's why I try to keep telling you guys, you have this uniqueness about you that Father wants you to use. Give that shekel to the rich man. If you don't use what you have, brothers, sisters, he will take it away from you. We all have a unique gift, and although we are not poured out the same measure, he will pour out a just measure when he turns. That's why this works. Okay? So I know this is from Father. I would not do it. All I want is Shiloh. I want to die and be heir. He was the testor of that will. An heir, brothers, sisters, is somebody who receives. An heir is an inheritance, right? The heirs are the inheritors. Under this testament, not of old, because he blotted that out in the book of Colossians 2:14, the tables written of stone and now on hearts, fleshy tables with blood as he paid, sacrificial with flesh to fulfill the flesh, all flesh under this, not just Levite, Levitical laws, Aaron, the high priest, all these old sacrifice, blood, war, is all the temple was destroyed through prophecy. He said, one stone not left upon another. That was prophecy was fulfilled that day. There's no modern day prophecy. I told you what was fulfilled. You have to make sure you don't miss a jot, a yod, or a tittle. You know what I'm saying? So listen. So he had a credit of what he said. Listen to what Bishop's saying. He had a credit. He did 1 day and they credit. He had a 60-day sentence, okay? He did a day and they credited him the 59. So he said, hey, I'm tired of what you guys had done to me. And he's tirelessly was working on this and found out, and with this 16 elect, can't be anything else. It has to be the right calculation. And it paid back. And if I'm not mistaken, it was 1 day sentence, and he had credit. Okay, 1 day sentence, but there was 60 days. I remember going and watching the video because I watched it. Oh, he did 60 days. He had a 1 day. Okay, how did he get that backwards? And I'll fix that, Bishop. So he was sentenced to 1 day. He only got 1 day, and he stayed in there 60 is what you're saying. And it doesn't matter because anything you can subjugate the whole thing anyways. I realize that. That's what I'm starting to realize. It just depends too, because it's the notice of liability. You can continue to, there's bonds on everybody, not just the bond of the merchant number, but these people have bonds like a contractor, license, bond, and insured. They're bonded like a contractor who builds, or there's many or so. Okay, so he was held. Okay, and that's your right to speedy trial. Okay, thank you. Okay, so I see how that works. Okay, so that makes sense. My bad. I'll fix that. Okay, so he actually only was sentenced to a day, but they held him for the full 60. He was credited for 59, and he went ahead and took the money for the credit and the single day, because you can get it all back. And there's other under the notice of liability for all damages, not just the court time that he had to spend, not his time. I have gone through this now meticulously, and if you have the hours to show that you were in confinement, in anything you're in this, anytime they put you under any crime of commerce, for any crime of commerce, and then the notice of liability for any damages could be punitive, physical, emotional, all is in the calculation. And if you don't cheat God and you do it by the number, and I guarantee you put the calculation, it will credit it back. Guaranteed. I think there's a way too, if I'm not mistaken. Well, it doesn't take much, brothers and sisters. You start doing the math and the days add up. So anytime you're in a part of the system and they've put you under a crime of commerce, which all crimes under the corporation are crimes of commerce, not under a third article court or a third article, in a judicial capacity, they have no jurisdiction. The only article court, first and third, as I told you, are administrative. First is administrative, fourth is territorial, and they're both still administrative courts. So they're not article 1 or 4 is not judicial. They're not acting. And there's only one article 3 court in the U.S. So all these people are playing monkey with you. Monkey law. Wizard of Oz, straw man, or your merchant number. And they broke this contract. So if you know how to use the calculation correctly, you're not cheating God. He will pour out a just measure. And that's, we use this calculation of the 10th of A, 1983 as the case law to, it can't, brothers and sisters, they're just creditors. They're just creditors. They're just accountants. That's why he's the chief of finance. So, anyways, it like I said, today I'm a little beside myself. I'm probably I just don't believe these cops, what they said to me. I just don't believe it for a second. It makes no sense why my son would just disappear, and not show up to trial. I don't believe it for a second. So what I'm thinking here is that they just lied to me, and 3 days. we had 2 trials. Oh, their sea law, their merchant law isn't working in for them anymore. Vacated is the term used in court and used the term today. The trial has been vacated. You're free to go, Tracy. Well, if I'm free to go, then I'm free to stay. Whatever. So I won't put you through the tirade. Probably again, Gene said an hour of ripping their butt, telling them state this, that. I don't know. Father takes over. Luke 12:11, O ye without counsel, and they'll throw you in the front of their magistrates and their men in their black robes and their synagogues. Give no thought on what you shall answer, right? I will tell you what to say. Or what you say, I will tell you the answer. You don't have to worry. You're not anxious. So they got a whole bunch and they recorded it all. So I told them, take it back to your pig thug superiors and tell them they have no judicial capacity. They're a bunch of tyrants enforcing crimes of commerce, and they're pigs. People in government, and how horrible could you be to not come out to some man's house, a pastor and a teacher. He laughed when I said that to a pastor. It's all right. Father pours out just measure on all of us, brothers and sisters. And not even look into these 180 hours. I said, I bet you if I isolated all those officers that came out and just asked them 180 hours, they wouldn't have. You're just yes men. You're pig thugs is all you are. Get them, boys. You even met up at the thing. You're the state trooper. Listen here, pig thug. You go tell your troopers you thought you're going to get yourself another Lavoy Finicum, huh? Didn't turn out that way for you, did it? You went over bragging at the restaurant. Yeah, you're recording this, so go tell your pig thugs I'm not Lavoy Finicum, okay? Hey, that man is crossed the Rubicon, brothers and sisters, did this for this country, was standing up for people's rights, not just his own. And he will be infamous, not famous, because not everybody knows about Lavoy Finicum. And it's okay. That happened in my own state. So I know what this state pig fuckers. I know. Told him I could have shot 2 of you dead on my property. No, you couldn't have. No, you can't. Don't shut up. You don't know the 4th Amendment. Be quiet. Tell me, you pig. I know my 4th Amendment. I have the right to be secure my house, papers, persons, and effects. Warrantless search or seizure. You guys are coming on here harassing me. I'm telling you, instead of shooting you, I'm going, stop. You're my daughter. Scaring the hell out of her. You're telling her his husband's going to go to prison. We have all the proof. Stop it. You're freaking scared as hell. That's that one guy. No, you don't. Shut up, dude. Stop talking, pig. You're not even very old. I'm a lot older than you. Stop talking, please. I don't mean to do it, but you are making a fool of yourself, putting your foot in your mouth. You have a constitutional 4th Amendment right. There, if you deem somebody an intruder, you have the right to deem the force necessary to eliminate that threat, to your property, persons, papers, or effects. And I didn't do that. But that's what I'm saying. Don't sit there and tell me you're a pig. You're supposed to be the one who knows the law, pig. So why aren't you sitting there telling me what the law is? Hey, at least he knew what that one kind of. I guess I pretty laid in it pretty hard after that too, but because he didn't get it after that, he did, and then he just lost his mind about affirmative, excuse law, jurisdiction, affirmative defense, excuse defense. These are all used in a case where it's criminal, and an example would be self-defense. So I was defending myself from being thrown in a rape cage that day. Don't stop, get it, don't you stop. No. Adriana too, even though she was illegally accosted too, she still has affirmative defense, justification. This is law. They should be applying this in Elijah's case. I think that's why they know they screwed up too, because they've been this is something that the whole time, if you feel that you could be, be illegally prosecuted, this affirmative or justification or excuse defense gives the excuse from civil or criminal liability. So I've known this all along. They can't do this. We have Constitution. If they make a law in the Constitution that's unconstitutional, we're not supposed to follow that. That's part of our criminal affirmation. This is part of our constitutional right, brothers. Just people don't know how to apply this, though. They think every time the cops don't, and cops always do their job right. No, they don't. Cops prosecute people illegally, and you can protect yourself. This is the Constitution. So, just like that stupid cop sucker that I was telling him, dude, stop talking, you pig. How are you going to guy 18 times come on my property? As soon as he asked, I didn't know if he was a pig like you in a car. He looked like a white pig in a white car, so I didn't know who he was, but I can't tell. You guys all look like pigs to me, so I asked if he had a warrant. He said no. I told him to leave immediately. And then, I don't know, my buddy Gene said, we had to leave and come back. I said, Gene, stop talking, man. Somebody comes on your property. They don't have to exit and come back to trespass. Shut the fuck up, Gene, please. I'm trying to talk to these pigs, man. Now, listen, you're filthy swine. You're not understanding me. 18 times I told this man to stop. And that's why I told him downstairs. Remember I was telling you upstairs? You just need to stop. Listen, I'm telling you, he was so stupid and didn't even stop. And then he sits there and I tell him to shut up. I'm live streaming for his own sake, and then he turns around and volunteers that they're forcing us to go to trial and tells me that's not a constitutional violation of his 6 and Miranda rights. I'm like, dude, you are an idiot. And I explained to him it's not an insult to call him an idiot. So I guess that's why I was there about an hour. I thought I was in there for about 30 minutes, 25 minutes, but Gene said you were in there for an hour. So they told me that my son he missed his last court appointment and he didn't show up to trial, and yet there's nobody there. So that's why, hey, what's up, Chief of Finance? Got an earful. That's first person I walked up and went in the bathroom, as I told you. I had to pee. I drank coffee. So, man, I was banging stuff around there. I knew they were probably as nervous as hell when I came out that door. Whatever. Like I said, I have my notebook or whatever, and I think I had my water bottle or whatever, so it banged against the thing in there. Like, what the hell is he doing in there? All right, I'm going to get my gloves on. Are you ready? Let's go hands on, boys. Come on, man. You ready? Old cop sucker's over looking at this. He's like, hold on. He's like this. Never mind. So, but anyways, they're both pigs, no matter how tall they are. But anyways, I would have, should have, and could have. I guess they have the body cam footage, so I'll call for a FOIA request of the body cam of the officers, because they did say that they had it, and I wanted to refilm them, but I had witness, and I can still fill out that FOIA request, and then I'll go ahead and request their salaries of everybody in their department on both sides. I can do that legally, and they have to give that under a Freedom of Information Request Act. So I'll be able to get that body cam, because that needs to be part of the pig parade, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Just a big line of pigs, if you ask me. Just a bunch of swine. So, but anyways, then we go over to the Chief of Finance. First, we get Mr. Dan Spencer to stand up and tell me, well, Mr. Werner, the trial's been vacated. You're free to go. Yeah, he tried to be all, I don't know what he was trying to be so bold for. I told you, if I'm free to go, then I'm free to stay. So I think I got another sentence or two. Well, guess what, Dan? I already called the bar about you representing me and my son. And, they're already very aware of this complaint, and, or something. And I don't know. I think one more sentence. And I can't stand here. And he left. And then Ted, the Chief of Finance, got his earful about not arresting John Mogul and coming on my property 18 times and being a failure pig and the Chief of Finance and just some accountant, and you're nothing. You're not, and stood up, and he got up. He couldn't sit there any longer and take it, and because he can just go run to his office like he always does. And he got up and said, all right, I said, well, so what are you going to do? You're going to drop this today or what? You're going to vacate this? No, capital T, small R, small A, small. He was yelling my name, but not all in capitals. Hallelujah. When you have the prosecuting attorney saying your name, not in all capital letters, I think you might be that. Well, he's not a prosecuting attorney. He's a Chief of Finance. It's just finance. It's Walmart. He's Walmart. That's all he is. Maybe like Big Lots or something. I don't know. You don't have to buy anything from him. You don't have to partake with this silly nonsense. So that's why he got up and he turned like a chili pepper burgundy color. like Dan Spencer, I got to see 2 Chili Peppers in one day. It was a pretty unique time. Gene was quite beside himself. He said, man, I'd never seen anybody so mad. It's unbelievable. Even those officers didn't get mad at all. I said that, yeah, they're pigs. So I have to take it. So yeah, no, see, do that. Dude, that is. Sometimes you got to take a pause for the cause, guys. Listen, Brother Bishop, that is like, it's like so hitting so hard. I don't even know. That just like, you set up the whole Cascade Range over here. It's rocking, you know. We're going down through the Cascadia all the way up to the Aleutian Islands, or just, wow, that was epic, man. Never firemen, guys. Think about firemen. Again, I said that earlier. A fireman runs into a building, he don't give a fuck about his life. The 2 stupidest words ever are officer safety. If you are so worried about your fucking job, go find another line of work, you pig. Seriously, I thought these people were supposed to be putting their life on the line. Public servants, community servants, they're pigs. They're not. All they are is thugs with guns. And they want to go hands-on with you guys. It's you guys let it get this far because you sit there and think that these guys are enforcing some kind of judicial. They're not. They're crimes of commerce enforcers. How do you think there's a guaranteed occupancy of a private prison at 80% before the motherfucker's ever built? How do you think that happens? State pigs, city pigs, and county pigs, and all the pigs that work for this system, people in government enforcing this crap, guys. I don't know why anybody wants to stay with this. I mean, you just look at it from an outside. They've sent like $500 million to strap and tuck children with this money that we potentially froze up over this subrogation. And I will get this paperwork filed. It doesn't matter. He said this is on record. So I know it's on record. We'll put the paper back behind it. We'll put the calculation in. We'll see how long if it comes back. It doesn't matter as long as it's froze up. There's been 2 cases frozen in 2 days. So don't tell me something ain't afoot with what's going on. Every time I talk about this, judicial capacity, the videos get demonetized. So we've got to be over the target, guys. This is how we dissolve this corporation and take our constitutional republic back. It's not going to come in. I'm telling you, Trump's going to declare a national emergency day 1. Hallelujah. Are you ready for the big show? They got all planned out, guys. They got the Trojan horse rolled in. They paid them to be here. Most people came here over the last 20 years, don't want nothing nefarious to do with us. But like I said, in South Africa, they look South African, and Argentina, they look, or Mexico, they look, you guys think they all are Mexicans, but we'll call that, In Russia, they look, how do you know what people are? How do you know what the enemy looks like in America? This is the melting pot. Good luck. I'm a military veteran. You guys are fucked. So anyways, you think they're all Mexicans, huh? You wouldn't know a MS-13 from a Transdal, but they'll both cut your fucking head off in a country minute and send it to your kids and then watch, and then maybe they do a little adrenochrome down there too. I don't know. They're sick people, and they're here in America, and they're paying them, to live here. And you're just like, oh, everything's awesome, Team America, man. I love getting fucked by these pigs. Oh, here you go. Here's my commerce card. Here you go. I don't need a license to travel. I have a 4th Amendment right to freely my law of the land. Christ didn't have to slap a license on the back of that ass when he rolled in, or that donkey, did he? A license. Seriously? Oh, no. You got to have this license, because if you're going to be on this public roadway and state ordinance statute says, and what I know statute, okay, I'm not, but what are you going to do? Drive on people's private property? I told you that's a good way to get shot. How many times? Bam. Every time you go through somebody's property, you're going to drive on property. How are you going to get to town with, see, they know you got to get feed. God turned over remember Christ? Whipped the people selling the doves. The exchange rate, brothers, sisters, the conversion from the old, it's what America does. We are the money changers in scriptures. For 50 plus years since 1973, the Bretton Woods Agreement, we brokered all the Saudi nations and said, hey, all our gold's here in Fort Knox. That's the stupidest thing ever. France found out that wasn't true, huh? 1971. Oh, 1973, they suspended the convertibility to the dollar, and Henry Kissinger goes over and brokers the Saudi nation, says, hey, we'll protect, instead of protect your Fort Knox or greatest mill, we'll protect the gold. Now we'll protect the Saudi oil fields, and we won't let anybody come in and we'll now 1973, all you will pay for the US dollar. It's called the SWIFT system, brothers, sisters. This is a payment exchange. You want to pay with the Danong you have to convert it in the US dollar. We get some of everybody. How do you think we've kept this reserve currency? It's about up. Look at the timeline of reserve currency. About 80 years. Who had it before us? World War II. Look at where we're at now. About time for a new, huh? Yeah, the BRICS nations. Trump said as soon as he gets in office, he's going to, 100% tariff the BRICS nations. That's 40% of the world's population, brothers, sisters. Gold, Shanghai, not LBMA paper, but true paper, real physical metal. They're doing all their, I don't do back buy. Don't trust back buy. If you don't hold it, you don't own it. So never trust back buy. Yeah, they got it all. They're buying more gold since the inception of the Federal Reserve, which is not federal. It's this Federal Express. It's this commerce that you don't understand, that these banksters credit. So you're taking out the banksters if you know how to subrogate your merchant number. So you should learn how to do this so we can take this constitutional republic back, because we've all been fucked. Why do you think I don't have a wife or a girlfriend? I get fucked every day by the government. Don't you worry about me. About time to start fucking them back, guys. Literally, I'm not talking about war or revolution. That's divide and conquer, brothers, sisters. They did that in Rome, brothers, sisters. Red and blue did the same thing. They're playing the same game. Cherries and blueberries. They got him behind your car. Ah! He's not even he's enforcing all crimes or crimes of commerce under this corporation, brothers, sisters. Sooner you figure it out, they're just Walmart rolling around in like Uber Eat cars or whatever. And the judge is just some guy on the big screen like Wizard of Oz, and he's not. He's just a little, chief of finance, calls himself a district criminal or attorney or a prosecuting. He's not prosecuting. He's prosecuting crimes under crimes of commerce under a first article or a fourth article, which is non-judicial, not in a third article capacity, which is jurisdiction. The jurisdiction is only one jurisdictional under the Title 18 and not the statutes, the Title 18 statutes, but not the subtitles, because those aren't constitutional, only the originals. So, but they get away with that too, and people see they don't know. So that's why you're a child, and they took it from you when you were a kid at birth. Actually, stuck you. It's like a blood contract, but it's not. It's kind of wicked though, huh? Like, okay, well, we're gonna take all that, and that's fine. They're just a babe. They'll never know. We'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. They'll figure out the calculations. We'll have to, there's a trust here, and we'll be fucked. We'll have to pay them back double. So, but that's okay. Most of this 99.9% of America doesn't know this. So it's not like it's going to be a whole lot of people who it's going to have to spread like wildfire for it to, hopefully it'll be an organic movement. I know there's people again, like, Brother Bishop and Carl and others that, again, have been tirelessly working on this to make this time that we're in now, which is a very special time. So I want to go back to something. I'm going to get off here, take a break for a little bit. I'm a military veteran. War is not, there's never been a war started in America with bombs falling. So you guys thinking the war isn't, we're not at war, you're absolutely foolish. It starts with tariffs. That started back when the last administration, when Trump was in, embargoes, sanctions. That's why Pearl Harbor, World War II, Hiroshima. You might want to look at what was going on all these, Vietnam and all of it. Look at all of this. There's no war ever started in the United States that's ever started with a bomb falling. So we're at war, brothers and sisters, an absolute world war. There is no denying it anymore. If you're waiting for a bomb to fall in your backyard, you're the epitome of what I've always said. Go look at Truth Viral, probably 10 12 years ago, probably the first time I said on a blog is that Americans will sit there watching their 50 million inch big screen, what they believe the end of the world, while they're watching popcorn, just sitting there on their Velcroed ass, they're not doing any, just watch it on the big screen, watch the end of the world happen. Then I used to be silly and said, well, would you stop on your way for popcorn to see the end of the world? But that was more just being funny about something up in the air. But there's no aliens. I was just being kidding. It's just joking. But that's no joke. America will not stand up until they're starving. And that hasn't come to fruition yet, huh? Oh, that has come to fruition. You might want to get some extras, Something like this will last you 10 years. And it's very small. Get yourself a Berkey for the house for now. They're really good. I've been using those but this is something you go on the go. Everybody needs something. This is literally a portable water filter. Get yourself prepared, guys. I don't want to see anybody struggle. There's a lot of us like chipmunks. We're always trying to get a nut, if you will, day and night. So never stop thinking about how to put up extra stores for the winter, so that he said, pray your flight be during the winter, and do not go back to your house. Do not go back to your store. Don't see. You're already supposed to have extra oil. He says that. And be wise and girded in his service, doing his will, not of your own. Pornea, idolatria, serving these eyes. So I hope you're serving a bigger cause, as I said. Please pay attention. This is all going by scripture. Every jot and every tittle will come to pass for that great, the cosmos, brothers and sisters, an orderly arrangement. An orderly arrangement of trumpets will sound, horns, shofars. There will be a final shofar that will sound. That is that time where he says, have your loins girded in my service when I return. You could die today. If you're not there at that time, it still applies. Please remember, when he says he returns, that's that great day for oligos, as he calls out in Luke. Fear not, oligos, flock, for it's your Father's pleasure to give you this age, this heirs, the kingdom that will be throned at the wedding feast. They'll be kings. They will inherit the earth. They'll be the kings, the rulers, the heavens, and they will rule over this earth. The meek, not weak, brothers and sisters, will inherit the earth. So please be patient with Father. His timing is, we don't know, but there are, like Paul said, you'll see the day approaching. In Genesis, it says there will be those. In Matthew, it says signs in the stars, sun, and moon. In Genesis, it says for times and seasons. So if you're awake to these celestial markers that I've been giving you, you should be very aware where we're at. You should see this is an exact, like hados, like two spoons laying in a drawer, one upon another, in the same narrow way. And he said, I am the narrow way. That's the word hados. I am the hados. I am the truth. I am the aletheia, and I am the light, the orizo. The way, the truth, and the light. I am the hados, the aletheia, and the orizo. The way, the truth, and the light. So this is the only way. The only way to the Father is through the Son. So pay attention to these books. This last book is coming to fruition right now. We are in that last book. Probably the most important thing I've seen, again, as a military veteran watching for 30 plus years, with eyes like a hawk, and know that a chess game is like 5D. I've never played chess, but I've had people to be like, oh, would you please play some chess with me? You'd be so freaking good at chess. Well, I know how it works, man, but I don't have the time to play. But come on, man, I know you kick my ass and I'm so good at play. I'm like, I don't have time for games, man. So, but like 5D, life is like chess, brothers and sisters. I understand. I know how the game works. It's very simple. It's quantum, it's 5D. So it's very simple. It's very elementary, the way my brain works. Wired backwards. I was a reconstructionist as a teenager. My brain is not wired like yours. So I'm still in the same. I'm not higher or above you. I'm just wired backwards. I just can't help it. That's why I read the book of Revelation last, no first. And that paused me from a young age. Wait, if you change a jot or a tittle, I'll blot your name out. I knew I couldn't mess it up. And I was getting different, I wasn't studying with my lexicon, my concordance. I was being lazy, but I got to it. Father showed me the narrow way. So listen, brothers and sisters, there is things that are happening in this book that maybe you're not aware of, but I want to tell you that Bashar al-Assad did not gas his people with fluoride. Hashtag that out across the world. But anyways, Bashar al-Assad, no, it was the Clintons that did it. Remember, it was her Al-Qaeda mercenaries. I think they were ISIS or ISIL or whatever. We have the same thing in America. They're paid mercenaries. They're private contractors, people like me, thugs, prior trained killers, military veterans, and they go pay them. Eric, they'll pay 100 times more and give you way better equipment. Just still go kill people. Shh. Okay? America, right? Yeah, America. Pride, right? Yep. Proud to be an American, or at least I know. Yeah, right. Okay, so, but anyways, brothers, sisters, Bashar al-Assad is fled Syria, and that is no joke. And he has no resistance. Who has no resistance? Who's going into Syria right now? Are you paying attention? Russia was there the first day. Who's in Syria right now? Who took over? It's those same paid mercenaries from the Billary and Thump and Musk and Barry and Joe and, you know, the whole clan of warhawks that love this. Remember, they went in and destroyed all the relics over there. The Ark of Jonah, the Arch of Triumph, the entrance to Nimrod's tower. Remember, like, America, are you paying attention to what's going on? This has been biblical, and there is probably where something maybe you don't understand. Let me make it simple for you. I told my son when he was 8, 9 years old, I said, son, I'm not saying this is the end, but you'll know we are like, you know, I don't even want to say it, because it's so close at that point. It talks about Damascus and the armies surrounding Damascus, and that is Syria, brothers and sisters, Palmyra, all these relics, all this. This is where Christ. Anyway, never mind. You should be studying maps so you know where Scripture's at, okay? But anyways, it talks about Damascus being a ruinous heap, and then follows the Battle of Armageddon. Remember, everybody thinks apocalypse is Armageddon. That's not what Armageddon is. A battle, okay, that's mentioned in Scripture. So, brothers and sisters, the armies have surrounded Damascus, and they've put all these rebels in there. And it is Israel, which is an apostate nation, not the Israel that it's talking about in Scripture. That is not Israel that is mentioning in the book of Revelation. You might want to figure that out. If you don't, please leave. That's not what Israel is. It's a spiritual Israel. So that is not the Israel it mentions in Scripture. It is the Israel that was in the Old Testament. When it talks about his bride Israel, that is not it. 100%. Guarantee. That's an apostate nation, or rebuke Israel, or rebuke Iran, or rebuke America, or rebuke all these nations that not are under the covenant of let vengeance be mine, saith the Lord. We are not to shoot one person outside, or law be have one and no. Or rebuke Israel. Or what a apostate nation that is, to think they're some kind of special. That is not this covenant. That is Jews that don't believe in the Hamashiach. They're just like Muslims that believe in infidels. They believe you're below them. So I rebuke all them fake Jews in Israel, the ones that talks about in Scriptural. It's all biblical, brothers and sisters. So it talks about Damascus. I wanted you to pay attention, Mount Hermon, where Israel's at right now. On the ground, boots on the ground, not this idiocracy, this world. Pay attention to the book. Don't listen to no man. He said, believe no man. Well, how will we know when you come back? And remember, be as in the days of Noah. They'll be acting like nothing, drinking and partying and going to buy a Tesla, taking the dog to the dog park, marrying and giving unto marriage, and build the same thing as today, like nothing is happening. Remember? Then remember when his apostles brought him to the side? They said, what would it be? What would be the sign of your set when you come back to the second coming? Not here to this earth, you guys. That's not how it works. But his fire judgments, his 4 angels, his Damascus being turned to ruinous heap, the Battle of Armageddon, then we know where we're at. So, this Israel is not the nation that it's mentioning in Scripture. It's a spiritual Israel. They're spiritual Jews. So I do not want to ever partake in this flesh that these people think that that's what it speaks, because they don't read this book. They don't understand what it means. So I'm telling you, I told my son at a very young age, and I'm not calling for any timeline, but I want you to pay attention that Israel is and on Mount Hermon. They can see both sides. The armies have surrounded Damascus. The rebels are there. That is the exact reason to blow that place and turn it to a ruinous heap. And I don't think you guys read anything. You probably don't believe, probably some crazy old man, but Israel is 12 miles from the town of Megiddo. And that probably don't mean anything to you. Well, that is the battle that it talks about in Scripture. Megiddo, Mageddon, Armageddon, that is where that is at, brother. Says you don't just stick to a version. You guys all have your own version of this. So be ye ready. Be wise. Have your lamps trimmed. Be burning bright. And be girded in his service until he returns. Because not the angels in heaven, not the Son, not the Hamashiach. Only I am. The Father knows that great and dreadful day of the Lord, that cosmos, that orderly arrangement of seals, trumpets, horns will sound, and that the final trump, the dead will be raised, not out of the sky. Nobody's in the sky. Heaven is not in the sky. Rebuke anybody who thinks heaven's in the sky. You're an idiot. When God created heaven and earth, that wasn't above your head and that was not below your feet. You do not read the word. You do not realize where we are at in this book. We are in the last book. The celestial firmament has already declared that, not I. Back at the conjunction with the king and the time marker, but you don't probably mean anything to you what I said. It was the king and the morning star that brought the age from fire to water, the age of deception. And then when the marker of time and the king, it birthed this new age where the kings will be crowned in the age of the air. Fire, water, air, we're here. We made it. Welcome to the new age, brothers and sisters. Welcome to the apocalypse, where the age of deception has been lifted. The veil is being removed. Block by block? No, that's intentions. Brick by brick? No, not this yellow brick road, brothers and sisters. Father writes all things, creates all things. You might want to read that book and find out where we're at. I'm not being sensational. Please listen to what I am telling you. Be ready. We're in these days where it says Damascus will be turned to ruinous heap. The armies will surround this place, and we have set it up. It is Israel that will destroy those. And it's kind of crazy because if you look right now, it doesn't look like, because these rebels that are in there like, well, you did all our dirty work. We're good, Israel. We're all right. But watch. There's always a sleight of hand. It's look over here. Don't look over here is how this works. It's 5D, brothers and sisters, like a game of chess, if you will. You better pay attention. The book doesn't change, though. That stays right on. Every jot, I have the playbook. Oh, how do you know? Are you a prophet? No. On a crystal ball. It's called the Scripture, the New Testament. It foreshadows the old, mirrors what is to come. Foreshadow it is the same. They're defined. It's a cycle. You just don't understand the 13th apostle. You think there's 12 months in a calendar year. There's not 12 months. You're just a lunatic. It's not 2024. It's 5785. 99% of what this world does is completely backwards. And that's okay. I'm not part of that. I do not have anything in this world. There's nothing here for me except Father's will and Shiloh, my love. Not in the sky, brothers, sisters. Christ in you. Gotta go. Love you. I'll be back. I need to ponder this thought a little bit about where my son is at. I feel he's okay. I'm not a prophet. I just feel that he's okay. I know he's not in prison because we looked at all the prisons and counties and he's not in confinement. So they supposedly put an arrest warrant out for him because he didn't show up to his last court date, which I don't believe for a second because cops lie. They have what's called sovereign immunity, but God's the only sovereign thing. So don't claim sovereignty. That's very childish. And not show up to trial, it doesn't make sense. So I don't believe it. I'm going to go with that. They vacated 2 trials in 3 days. Did you guys, to Tracy, did you get to hear the court case? of 12/9 on the Gregorian lunatic calendar 2024. Does anybody want to hear that? I'll play that before I go. It's only like 7 minutes. I led you guys up and let you guys hear that me call out my capital letter name, but it's, or no, see, I didn't declare no capital letter name, and neither did the district criminal today. Ted Martin, chief of finance, was called me. Okay, no. Okay. Yeah. Jesus wasn't in his name, and Lord's a pagan term, but all glory to Hamashiach, Christ Jesus, and our Lord. But that's, oh, I better plug this in. Just careful. There's more than one Jesus in Scripture there, Jesus, and Lord is a pagan term. So careful with dialectus glossa. Out of paganism was an original text, so added to the text like the word devil or there many so many changes. Forgive us our debts as we forgive us our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. So, oh snap! Oh man, I wish I was 20 again. That'd be nice. You're not going to be 20, dude. Ever again. No, I don't wish I was 20. I don't. No. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I'm just joking. I don't want to be 20. I want to go home. I want to get out of here. I want to do another. No, thank you. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Careful what you ask for. Careful what you speak into this time, place, and space in this here. Look at this cord. What's still going? See, it's a dancing cord. She's a dancing boo. Okay, let's go back to this phone call. So, again, I'd already requested for this attorney to be removed, which violates my 6th and Miranda rights, but it's okay. They went ahead and had the hearing anyways, and that's how stupid they are. They just keep creating. I just keep collaborating all their debauchery and all their foolishness. So we'll see here what is historical record, I believe, and has not been done often, but can be done again, I believe, to dissolve this corporation and return us to a constitutional republic. And it could happen before, remember, there's a spot in scriptures, if you turn from your ways, so we got to stop funding this corporation and allowing this and take this money and put it back into the hands of those with less will have more, and those with more. Brothers, sisters, 8 families have about 40+% of the world's wealth. You think Father's happy about that? You think Shiloh? You think he said, be charitable, be paid? You think he doesn't like pride? He don't like capitalism. He said, be easier for a rich man, right? No, an eye, right? A camel, an eye. Think about an eye of a needle. Be easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than a rich man through the gates of heaven. Okay, so this is not, guys, we got this messed up, man. So stand up to this stuff. Children dying on the streets, and we're sending money to Israel. Fuck Israel, man. They're lobbing bombs at other people. We are too. This has got to stop somewhere. Some of us have got to speak up. Use your voice. Don't use guns. Don't use violence. I'm a meek man, not a weak man. I'm a pacifist. I'm a trained killer, but I don't ever want to have to do anything. I want to spend the rest of my days without ever putting my hands on another man ever again. Not having to use any kind of weapons to even protect myself. I don't care. I want to be away from people. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to fund with this money a place for people who want to get away and overland vehicles. I found something that I would actually like to do because it's something I want to do myself. I talked about it before. I want to get a group of people we can meet up and go catch fish and, and eat out of and forage and do things out of the woods and not spend time in the cities. Go chase waterfalls and rainbows and butterflies and watch, wildlife, and don't think about cities and bills and just stop time. Stop thinking about time. Stop thinking about all these things. Just enjoy what's here. This is a marvelous place. Abundance is possible, but they created this illusion that you have to do all these things, like come shop at my Walmart with this corporate thug called some clerk who's acting as some judge. He's just like Wizard of Oz. He's just a man on a screen. There's a man behind the veil. And that's why we're not in the age, brothers and sisters, anymore of deception. I am apocalypse. I don't say that because I don't show you the reality and pull off the lies, lift the veil. I'm not doing that because for no reason. You know what I'm saying? I am revelation. I hope I've revealed things to you that no man and no other man, and not through me, through his word, not me, not me, not me, him, through the word. His word is what, Tracy, this is God. That's not how God speaks to me. He speaks to me through his word. On my heart, he reveals it to me. It's in the word of Christ is in my heart. The Old Testament, the ones not of the laws of flesh, are written on my heart. I'm not under these laws of this flesh. I'm not under, this is a spiritual testament I am under. It is a covenant, and it is about a wedding, and that is it. And you guys can kiss my ass. I don't care. Go your own way. Do whatever you want. This is where I'm here to do. I'm here to return and be crowned a heavenly ruler over these earth so that I can do this with agape when I come back and let the children rule this earth. You must be innocent as a child to return to the Father. Remember, he said, bring that child up to me. So I know how you need to be. You're going to be Christ-like. You have to be going out and thinking about going and, oh my God, we just found some of these mushrooms. I'm going to eat them and not care. So you're saying like hippies and stuff. Well, people don't care about this world. I didn't say hippie, but we still have to be a temple, brothers and sisters, too. It's not like you can let this go, but, you know, we need to enjoy what's here, not just all these worldly things. These are just taking our inheritance from us now. You can't serve two masters, mammon and God. Enjoy what is here. Abundance is possible. Get away from people who do want to keep doing this corporatocracy and war and all this. We don't have to do this. It is what if 25% of the people would stop paying their taxes in America, there would be no federal government. It would dry up. And I'm not, you do whatever you do. See your own accountant. And I'm not insinuating, you know, taxation, make taxation illegal again. So anyways, taxation is just banksters. In most cases, you know, is the merchant number where all the massive of trillions of dollars is coming from. So, you know, so people think when I say, well, this case is worth about $2 billion, the one that I'm currently doing, $2 billion is nothing. They spend 100, what is it? $1 trillion now every 100 days. Wow. $1 trillion every 100 days, guys. That's not sustainable. So get yourself something, get a nice overland vehicle, get away from, have some way to be self-sufficient so you can maybe catch something in the river, have a water field, all these things. So you don't need any of this. You don't need a lot of things, guys, like you think a lot of people do. I hate all the stuff that I have. I wish I didn't have any of this. That's why I'm giving it all away. I don't want to own anything anymore. I'm tired of owning things. I don't need anything. I need an overland vehicle so I go on the road and pastor, go into the churches, go into the prisons and go fishing. And so go see landmarks and go see my subscriber base and go see some of the followers from TikTok and enjoy these people, my time. And doubt it. Father's probably got another plan for me like today. So well, I always try, guys. I do what I can do. It's all I can do. But we don't need all these things, guys. I don't know why. I don't need. I mean, look, I have a basic, you know, I build out of whatever, just repurpose stuff. Oh, you're in a cabin. Yeah, I'm in a cabin. I build a cabin. You know, I got 3 or 4 or 5 of them out here. I built 50 of them out here, you know, so. Chuck Norris's blood type is concrete. There's a lot stronger things in concrete, Hulk. I think you could have picked something a little thicker than that, don't you? But all right, concrete. Chuck Norris. Pretty tough dude. So, okay, I take this hat off. Take this, oh, man. It's too darn bright. Oh, I can't. Oh, snap. It's my studio light here. Headlamp. Look at this. I did this the other day. I've had this lamp for probably 4 or 5 months now. It's got this cool feature. No, that's not it. Look at this. I didn't even know this, guys. This is so crazy. And I've had it for at least 3 or 4 months, maybe longer. I didn't even know it did that. Without a trip. Oh, no, I haven't. I've it's been on here ranting a little bit. I'm still all right, there we go. I'm still a little bit. All right, I want to get your bit. All right, guys, I got to go. I get off here and take a break here and get something in my belly. So, yeah, got a few messages coming in here. What is this? Okay, oh, that's 72. So, okay, I'll try to come back on for the end of the night. I'm a little floored with the events of today, but I'm very pleased that I got to sit there and rip pigs' buttholes for a good hour. I guess that's what Gene said. I was up there for. He was with me for about an hour, because they need it, guys. They're thugs. They don't even know what they're doing. They're commerce enforcers, crimes of commerce. That's crazy. So I have no. There's no hate towards them. They're just pigs. They're enforcing crimes of commerce, not even judicial, real, Title 18 crimes, under the statutes, not the subtitles. All these they're not constitutional, brothers and sisters, but they get away with doing this because people give willingness over to it. So, I'm going to have to shut this one down, and I'll come back up, and I'll let you listen to this. I'm a little beside myself. I'm a little, makes no sense. But anyways, I'll be back up probably before the end of the night. And Tracy, thanks so much. Appreciate you guys. I have a bunch of stuff I got to look through on my phone here. Bishop's calling me. I need to talk to him a little bit and pick his brain about this. Maybe he's very wise in logistical matters. So I'll be back up, guys. Much Agape. If you want to leave I got to pay my phone bill today. I'm a little short. So if anybody has any way, if you can help monetarily, there's a link in the description for PayPal, CashApp. If not, I have enough to pay the phone bill. I just have my other land payments and stuff. So I just haven't worked at all, guys, today or this month at doing anything but this case. So they did vacate the case today. So, or the trial. So interesting move by the chief of finance, who's really the pinnacle case. So much Agape and a Phileo. Please leave a comment and make sure you come back or hit that thumbs up if you can. If you can't leave a tithe, and your time is what I like. So thank you. You can't print more time and you can't make more time. So much Agape on that. And Phileo, Pastor Apocalypse, Revelation. Whoa.